Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Gaming Materialists for this very special Gaming Materialists. It's the new year, so we thought we'd do something a little bit different, which was actually play a game. And the game we're going to be playing is Mothership. As I'm sure everybody is aware, there has been a little bit of a kerfuffle in the RPG world relating to a certain company known as Wizards of the Coast, who is doing let's just say, mean things, mean things to the RPG community. So I thought, why not play a different game? And that game is Tuesday Night Games Mothership, which is a sci-fi horror game, which has a little bit of an Alien vibe, a little bit of an Event Horizon vibe, a little bit of a cyberpunk vibe, and I will be the warden, which is what they call their games master, because every single game system has to give their games master a funky new name. And warden's as good as they get. And of course, joining me are the gaming materialists. We have C. Derek Varn. How are you doing, C. Derek Varn? You feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready for horrific panic to ensue, and
so pretty much your normal life, right?
Yeah, to probably get eaten by aliens, which is not part of my normal life generally, but who knows?
No? Huh. Well, that is probably true. And of course, we have the one, the only Discourse Miniatures, who is also now the queen of, is it Discourse and Dungeons YouTube channel?
Dungeons and Discourse, jeez.
Dungeons and Discourse. I'm sorry, I find, all these names, they get confusing from time to time. I'm an old man. My brain doesn't work as well as it used to.
The pun was too good to pass up. It was too good to pass. I couldn't like not use it, right?
So is Hasbro gonna get 50% of your royalties now?
Only 25. Only 25.
Only 25. Well, if you go on Kickstarter, you'll get 20%.
20.
Right? It's
only 20%. They've already negotiated. Kickstarter have already negotiated with Hasbro for the OGL, but we still have people out there arguing that the leaks aren't true. Yet Kickstarter are negotiating the terms already.
Who would have? Yeah, thought it.
This is a different topic. We're gonna play the game.
We're gonna play the game. So yeah, the game we are playing is Mothership, which is, as I mentioned at the top, it is a sci-fi game. And the setup for these guys is the year is 2259. And our two characters who will meet are space proles. And they're space proles who work for GWH, which is the monopolistic space future company, Games Workshop Hasbro. They control the mining industries in the solar system and beyond. And our two characters have been dispatched by the company aboard their lovely high-tech shuttle, which you can see here, a beautiful green shuttle to the Starbug, to go to a mining station, Ypsilon 14, on the edge of a distant solar system to repair their mining equipment. So before we begin, let's introduce our characters. So Varn, why don't you tell us who your character is, what they do, a little bit about themselves.
Okay, I'm playing Aiden Flaminoff, and he is a computer scientist and heavy machine operator. So he basically fixes the computers, or rigs the computers, depending on mining missions. He is younger and is equipped for exploration to find any broken company machinery.
So he's a good guy. And what is his trinket? In Mothership, everybody gets a special touchstone trinket.
I have a kukiri, so for some reason I'm carrying a machete.
Hey, you never know when a machete might come in useful in the far future.
It's not
Honestly,
against regulations.
not against regulations. Exactly. You could use it to cut up your space fruit and shave. All kinds of things. So, Discourse, what about your character?
Yeah, I am playing as Bob Berkeley, assistant to the regional manager. I am a teamster, but I have aspirations of that executive lifestyle in some stage. If we just follow orders and get the job done, I'm sure the corporation will look right after us. And he is a younger fella, probably in his early 20s, with the side, that short spiky hair that was like all the rage between 1999.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's got that. So he's got the short hair. He's got it combed up. He is essentially the manager of a what he would be at home in a call center in a junior manager position, and he is a teamster. But that's mostly because he got an arts degree and didn't know what to do with it, and so he's happy enough to do what the company wants in exchange for titles that carry no weight or pay increase whatsoever.
So, modern person in the modern future.
Yeah.
Some things never change. So,
Oh.
you guys are aboard your ship. You're being piloted by your pilot Mehmet. And, you guys, your ship is relatively small. You have a small box of equipment to help you fix and reinstall things into the mining equipment. You've been spending a couple of days going out from the spaceport towards this mining colony, Epsilon 14, on the edge of this distant solar system. You guys are just sitting in the mess room waiting as you approach. And, coming down from the bridge, pilot Mehmet, he comes in and looks at you both as you're sitting at the mess table. What are you guys doing at the mess table? What would you guys be doing at the mess table?
I'll be doing a crossword. I'll be doing a crossword puzzle.
I will be looking at the ship's communication rig.
Okay, so you're looking at the communication rig. You see there's been some preliminary telemetry between the two sides preparing for docking. Mehmet comes down and he looks at you guys. Biz vardik, buradayız. Tamam? Biz vardik. Tamam?
What is it, Mehmet?
Biz vardik. Yani iş başlayacak. He's looking at you guys.
Is this an IT issue?
He shakes his head.
It could be an IT issue. I look at Flum.
I look at the telemetry and use my mathematics skills to figure out if we're actually landing correctly.
Yeah, you're landing correctly. You've been put on the track, and you're the station. You see the station door is opening up. There's two docking hangars, and the autopilot is now gently guiding you in. Mehmet says, "Tamam, ben burada kalacağım." Points to the ground. Burada kalacağım. Siz.
We're landing. We need to get off.
Evet. Tamam.
Well, God, just say that then. Jeez. Okay, communication skills, people. It's mandatory.
Well, the corporation doesn't seem to care about language training for pilots, so I guess.
Allah aşkına ben biliyorum. Ben İngilizce biliyorum ama Türkçe bilmiyor musunuz? No.
So, just to check that, so we're docking at where is it that we're docking into?
Sure. So you can bring up a little view screen from the cameras on the outside of the ship, and there's this large asteroid, and in the asteroid you see two docking hangars. Basically, the kind of standard mining operation where they bring these big modules, drill them into the surface of the asteroid, and then drill down into this asteroid. This asteroid is, has very high grade rare elements and rare materials. So, it's worthwhile coming out here to mine it for whatever GWH is doing with those rare materials. things to build star drives, warp drives,
Miniatures.
miniatures, perhaps hyper miniatures for the future, space miniatures. And basically they have these standard modules. It's actually something you guys have seen this before. It's basically a prefab. You have like 2 docking bays, you have like an inbuilt sort of a workspace, and then a few habitation things, and then they just drill down from the bottom.
And the stuff we're here to pick up.
You guys are here to repair their mining equipment. So you've been contacted by one of the engineers who has on this operation, who has basically called into corporate and said, we're having problems with our mining equipment. This was like a couple of weeks ago. So, they're getting to it a bit late, but you guys are here to kind of check what's up with the machinery.
Okay.
And, fix anything so that the flow of materials can continue to
Varn, can I get your character's name again? It's
Aiden Flaminoff.
Aiden. Okay, Flaminoff. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, sick. So we're setting down. I'm gonna stand up and kind of fold away the crossword puzzle and take out my stack of customer surveys and be like, well, what do you reckon, Aiden? Reckon they'll demark us down? Give us a 1 out of 5 for how late we are? Reckon we'll get away with it?
We'll probably get away with it since we weren't piloting the ship.
Exactly. It's all your fault, Neyman.
He looks, Ben suçlu değilim. Yoldaşlar. Niye bana saldırıyorsunuz? Allah aşkına. He's like muttering to himself. It's clearly he's like very annoyed that he's been stuck on a ship with a bunch of people who can't speak the same language as him, and he's just kind of a grumpy guy. So your ship basically lands in the space dock. You hear, and then over the intercom, you hear a voice, and
it's basically, this is Epsilon 14 science speaking. You are clear to land and you are clear to disembark. How time you got here?
All right. We're cleared to disembark. Let's suit up.
All right, let's do this.
So you don't need to. So the gantry of the ship opens down. Mehmet points you to the door. Yeah.
Sure.
And there's a dolly with your equipment on it that you can push out, like with an anti-grav dolly, and you guys can descend from the ship, and you're in a hangar. There's a door leading into the facility. There's basically what you would find in a hangar, basically spare parts, a fuel pump, etc. This kind of stuff. Mehmet is looking at you as he goes down. It's like points to point. Ben burada kalacağım.
Yeah, you stay here, okay? We do not want him talking with the customer.
2 days. 2 days. Okay.
So we have 48 hours. Okay, thank you, man.
Thank you, Neyman. This guy, he just doesn't.
Benim isim Neyman değil. Neyman kardeşim.
I kind of lean over to Aiden like conspiratorially, and I go, "Look, listen, Aiden. The dolly situation. We need to talk about the dolly situation here. I don't think as assistant to the regional manager, I don't think it's appropriate that I'm the one to push the dolly. I just think it will confuse them a little bit, if they see me pushing the dolly. So maybe I think, you should. Yeah.
Mehmet's looking at you guys like disputing each other over the dolly.
I just grab the dolly and move it.
Çabuk.
Who cares?
Excellent.
All right.
You go down the gantry. As soon as you're off, the gantry's like back up. Locks. Meanwhile, the door in the hangar, there's 2 lights on it. It's red, bing, goes to green, and it opens up. And basically, there's a woman standing there. She goes, "I'm Sonia. I'm in charge of the facility. We've been expecting you. Come on in." She's kind of like, imagine Ripley, but 30 years older and has smoked way more cigarettes. Way more cigarettes. In fact, she has
Got
a
it.
cigarette in her mouth.
So
Totally against
Midwestern truck stop owner / mine manager.
mine manager. Says, "Come
Got
on
it.
in." Yeah. Just come on in. And ushers you to the door.
Thank you. Where's your comm so we can do the preliminary computer check to see if there's any system malfunctions that are digital?
Sure. Well, I'll hook you into the system, but I'm going to give you a warning right now, guys. Our system has been on the fritz for at least the last month. The rare elements that we are mining here, they interfere with comms. So, the entire system is a mess.
What kind of elements are we mining here?
That's classified.
Okay. Are there? Do we need to be prepared for radiation?
We don't
wait.
we don't mind. We don't mind. We gotta think about the survey, okay, Aiden? Here, I don't think you're thinking about the customer satisfaction survey. We don't mind a little bit of radiation. That's fine. That's okay.
Yes. Humanities degrees in your ability to do customer service.
She says you can bring that dolly of equipment into our workspace.
Thank you.
So
Thank you very much.
She ushers you guys into basically this big, large, open workspace. So just to give you an idea, if it is, yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, I apologize for our tardiness arriving here, but our pilot is just what's he like, Aiden? He's insufferable, right?
Well, he's very, very, very foreign.
I'm going to recommend that you get fired after this. I apologize very, very, very devoutly. And I just want you to know that what you're judging us on in the later customer satisfaction survey is not our performance in arriving here, but our performance on site, the interaction between you and I. So I just want to make that clear straight off the bat.
Well, if you can get this operation up and running in 2 days, you can have the best survey in the entire universe. I really don't care. But but things are not going great here.
When did the problem start?
Well, I would put you in contact with Mike, who's our chief engineer, but I hate to tell you, he's gone missing. I can't find hide nor hair of him across this station. Airlocks haven't been opened. His comm badge isn't responding. I don't know where he is at the moment. He has the details of what exactly these problems are. But like I said, this is not a great time. It's not the first time people go missing, on these operations. People take a walk out the airlock. It gets a little bit lonely. And, frankly, Mike had been behaving a little bit strange last couple of days. But, that doesn't bloody help me if he's gone AWOL. I need you to take a look at our mining shaft. I got a room ready for you to rest if you need. But seriously, I need this done.
Selfish.
Selfish, exactly.
Not a team player.
Not a team player. And she's telling you this as you enter this big workspace, right? So in the center of the workspace is a huge, a huge drill with all the wires and equipment of it going into the floor. It's surrounded by that metal grating floor. There is a big generator on one side in one side of the room. There's a workstation, a computer workstation. There is right opposite you. There is a lift door, an elevator door with a freight elevator going down to the mine, and then off to the left-hand side, you can see. This is not anything new to you. You can see where the rooms are, the habitation station, the mess. Everything is signed on one side, and then on the other side, there's a route to a second docking bay. There are a bunch of cubbies up on the wall with vac suits on. 10 cubbies. One of them is, all of them have vac suits hanging up on them. One of them doesn't, and basically, it's empty except for you and Sonia. So you guys are basically, in there. So Sonia looks at you, goes, "Look, I don't know how long your travel has been. So if you want to wash up, rest, or anything, we got a room for you. If you want to get straight to work, you can take a look at the equipment. I'm gonna hook you into the station mainframe, so you guys can take a look at our station. And here it is. There is a little map of the workstation, so you can see it. So you can see there's the docking bay 1. You're in docking bay 2. There's docking bay 1. There's a little workspace. That's where the drill is. It's down to the mine shaft. This is the habitation rooms. This is the mess. A little roster with everybody on the roster comes up. You notice as you're in this room, there's a cat creeping around, like a one-legged gray, battered up looking cat. And Sonny looks over to it and says, cat runs off into the quarters area.
Oh,
so yeah,
no.
basically,
oh, my allergies are going to be playing up.
So yeah, you guys, this is a little map. I'll send you the map on Discourse, Discord, just in case you want to have it with you. And send. So Sonia says, "I'm going to leave you guys here with this dolly. You can leave this here. Yeah. See you guys later, and report back to me. And if you see Mike, I don't know what the hell he's doing. Tell him to get his ass back in gear. I bet that bastard has fucking turned off his comm and everything. And he's like I said, he's been acting weird. Fucking smashed up the shower room the other night and flooded everything. But yeah, people go crazy out here.
Wow. Well, tell you what, I can have a look at the plumbing there if you want. I'm a little bit of a handyman myself.
Hey, you want to look at the plumbing?
That is how you become assistant to the manager.
You are welcome. Yeah. So
excellent.
So she heads off into the thing, leaves you the guys there with the dolly by yourself. She's hooked you into the comm system, but you can kind of tell like the comm system keeps flashing on and off. It's like the reception is bad. It's like when you go on a train, basically, and you try to get Wi-Fi and you've paid $50 for the Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi is not working properly. And you're like, so you guys are there, you're just standing there.
I'm going to plug in and see if I can pull up the code and see if there's been anything that looks suspicious as if it's been hacked. And I'm going to use my hacking skill to do that.
Yeah, sure. You can roll your hacking skill, which is... So you've got hacking, so that's plus 15 to your roll.
Mm-hmm. So 81 plus 15.
So it's your intellect plus 15.
My intellect plus 15. Okay, so I rolled 81. My intellect is 44 plus 15. So...
Well, you plug into the system, everything looks pretty much normal in that computer system. It seems really glitchy. Everything seems really glitchy. You kind of all have, everybody in this future has a mobile phone, which is basically that Omni tool or whatever. You're doing this on your Omni phone, and it's just seems like a glitchy. It's like someone's running Windows XP.
Got it.
Someone's running.
Yeah, I just look at Bob. The code looks good. Any tech problems we have is probably from whatever interference from whatever we're mining here, and who knows what that is. Company didn't see fit to tell us. So
probably had good reasons.
Yeah. Aren't you union?
Me? No, I would never join the union.
Oh, yeah,
Thieves,
yeah.
a lot of them.
Got it.
Hey, do you reckon the company will give us a bounty if we find that guy? Who was it? What was his name? One that's gone
Michael,
missing. Yeah, if we fire him, do you reckon we'll get a bounty?
if we fire him, I mean, you, you might get something nice on your record. I'm sure that
Hot damn.
the local android supervisor would be happy. Although I don't know if you need to fire on anyone on this mine. It's not like they're going to go anywhere. They probably will just end up being carbon recycled.
I mean, I mean, it's the principle of the matter. They're time thieves.
I see.
That's 3 days of not working. I mean, that kind of attitude will sink a company.
What trainings did you get at corporate HR?
Oh, I just did the standard HR course, but I was praised for my can-do attitude, and I was given the responsibility of the pencil sharpener.
I see, and that makes you an engineer.
Well, the engineer training really was more of a suggestion. But I wasn't required to ascend. I mean, I looked at the requirements, and I can get by on everything I've got.
Did you offend anyone at corporate?
Not that I would imagine so. I'm such a I'm easy to get along with.
That is true. That is true. I have not taken to the drink yet, but what precisely are you going to fix on this rig? Are you a geologist?
Well, we've got books. I can look up instruction manuals. I mean, most of this stuff is, I mean, it's just like Lego, like water Lego, right? So, I mean, should be simple enough, I reckon. I mean,
you've clearly been getting by on the kind of work side of your job by using Space Google.
Yeah,
which is what most IT people do anyway. So you've been like,
that's
winging it on Space Google.
I see. Well, let's try to keep you safe and sound so you can get those glowing surveys afterwards.
That's how they rank you, you know. That's how they decide whether or not they're going to bump you up the level or not. It's the most important thing out here.
I'm pretty essential in what I do. I don't think they're going to bump me up anytime real soon. Let's. Oh God. You know, I think we're going to need a division of labor, and I'm going to let you handle the PR side of this because you're clearly better at that than me. And so for right now, why don't you go and see if anyone knows what the fuck is broken so we can start our job.
Okay, so I hear you. I hear what you're telling me. You need to find out what it is that's broken.
And I need someone who is personable to do that, and you seem personable.
I'm gonna make the executive decision here right away to go and find out that information, and then I will communicate that to you in a one-to-one. Does that sound good?
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. I love these little chats we have. Sounds like morale's great. Okay, excellent. I'll go find out about that information as we agreed together.
Under my breath, you hear me say, "Corporate thinks this is a lost cause."
Okay, Juan, roll under your sanity.
Under my sanity. All right. I rolled 31. My sanity is 40.
Obviously, you're getting very stressed, but you handle it. You don't pick up a point of stress. You kind of get this realization like they've sent you out here with like the C team. And,
yeah.
And you've just come to the realization that you're the C team.
Yes.
Like, I'm the C team now. But you're like, yeah, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. Corporate may not.
Yes.
They send you out with a guy who doesn't speak English, and to a rock where
someone who is clearly trying to be an executive and barely passed engineering training. Got it.
And the guy you're supposed to meet here to help you, he's bloody disappeared.
Right.
So So yeah, up to you guys what you do now. Like, you could go straight down the mine shaft. You can go into the mess hall quarters, the quarters area. Like I said, you guys have the map. You guys should have the map. I sent it to you over the Discord.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna pop into the. I'm gonna kind of explore around, look for people. Like I'm gonna go into the mess hall and the quarters and see if there's anyone else around.
Okay, so you're doing that. What are you doing?
I'm gonna walk down to Bob. While you try to find out what the regular staff here that our host told us may already be insane things, I'm going to go look at the drill. Let's see what we can figure out here. If you need me, yell.
You guys can try and intercom each other. You guys have like a little intercom, but yeah, you can yell. So, okay, so you're going to take a look at the drill, like the big drill in the middle of the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to start doing that. So you get over to there. Meanwhile, Bob, you head to the quarters. So you go through the little passageway, go through the door, and you get into a room. You get into a little room, and just so people can see, this is the workspace you guys are in. This thing in the middle here is the big drill, and you head into a little room, which is kind of, well, it's something you've obviously seen before. It's a standard issue, 10-person, 10-person habitation room where, you have a room and you have these small little private spaces. Imagine the shittiest halls of residence dormitory at, a terrible university that you can find. And that's it. So you're in this kind of room, this prefabricated room, and yeah, you get the sense that there's another human being in here with you behind one of the doors. The doors are like super flimsy. You can hear like rummaging around in one of the rooms, and you just you enter into this part of the facility.
I'll go up to the door and knock and say hello.
Yeah. You go up to you go up to the door, and you hear some guy like grunting, not in a sexual way. I just want to make that clear. You hear someone grunting in this room, and then the little door slides open a jar. There's a guy like sweating, right? Like he's like really sweaty.
Hey there, mister. You're working out?
Yeah, I'm working out, man. I'm working out real good. Yeah.
Hey, are you into the gym? Because I love it.
Yeah, I'm into the gym. Are you the team corporate sent out?
Yes, I am. Bob Berkeley. Pleasure to meet you. I offer my hand.
He looks at you. He holds out a sweaty hand and holds you very firmly. In fact, it feels like you're getting crushed. This guy, imagine Joe Rogan, but way, as if they're like way on steroids. Yeah.
So he is into the gym then.
My name's Kitaro. Everybody calls me Can.
Hey, well, hi there, Ken.
You realize he's kind of a big guy, and he's like,
yeah.
At first, when his head popped out, you didn't realize how big he was. He's just like, he's got no top on. He's got like he's got these like, he's got sleeping trousers on, and he's like absolutely bloody ripped, and he's got veins pumping out of him.
Does he look like he's on something?
Yeah, I mean, without any skill checks or anything, he looks like this. He looks like he's on something. Something, maybe some kind of roids. He's kind of grinding his teeth and looking at you very intently. Have you ever been to a nightclub and just like someone is clearly on cocaine and he's talking to you very intensely? It's like giving you that look. He says, He's like leaning into, he's like a little bit in your personal space, and
Yeah.
just kind of smells funny.
I want to lean in a little bit conspiratorial and say to him, "Hey, buddy, it's been a long trip for us. You got anything?"
He leans in a bit more, and you really get, he's got bad breath. Like, you look at his teeth, and they kind of look rotten. And he's like, drugs of any type and any paraphernalia are entirely forbidden in our company. That being said, I've heard there may be certain things that you can acquire. Now, what would you be looking for?
Well, you work hard, you play hard.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. Don't go around asking for drugs on this station. And he shuts the door. And then
That's not going to be good for the customer satisfaction survey.
And he keeps, and you just, as soon as the door shuts, you hear, it sounds like a cross between someone heaving, and someone like lifting weights.
Okay.
Next. And the smell was pretty bad. He had bad breath. His teeth were rotten, and like he was just like sweating. Yeah, and so there doesn't seem to be anybody else around.
Does it sound like anyone else is like in the other rooms, or is that the other room that seemed to be occupied?
You don't sense anybody else. It's like when you go into a room and there's like curtains over it, you can kind of tell when there's someone in, and you can tell that room is occupied, but the others don't seem occupied.
Then I'll make my way to the mess hall.
Yeah, you make your way through to the mess hall. There's basically it's a communal eating area. There's an automated kitchen unit. There's the cat sitting on top of the kitchen unit. You sneeze. There's a cardboard box bed in there, along with some food, water, bowls. There's like a old school cassette on the main table, and a little hydroponic garden connected to the side of it, with fresh salad, vegetables, and basically there's people sitting there, just chatting amongst themselves, eating, and they turn around. One of them turns around, looks at you, says, "You're the guys from corporate. Come on in."
Hey, Bob Berkeley. Pleasure to meet you, folk.
This guy goes, "I'm Ashraf. Pleased to meet you. Really, it's been a real difficult time here with this equipment working at half capacity. I'm super excited about you guys being able to get us back to work, get us back. I'm looking for that bonus because I've got a sweetheart back in New Vegas, and we're gonna get married now. I'm really excited about that. She's an exotic dancer, and she needs the money because I have to send money back for her rent. So this bonus, if we can hit our production, the guy's like going on you. It's like, I am super really excited, and he shows you like a picture.
Is Ashra the one that was? What was the name of the person?
Mike is the guy. Mike is the guy who's missing. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple of other people just kind of around there looking at you.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Ashra. Pleasure to meet you. We'll have to catch up later. I'm here with.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Oh, it's a small little place. You wouldn't know it. New York City.
New York City? I've always wanted to go to New York City. I really want to see Hamilton. My girlfriend, she really wants to see Hamilton too. And
that's great. That's great. Lovely to meet you.
Have you seen Hamilton? Have you ever been to Broadway? Have you been to the Empire State Building?
I will pivot my body, angle it to one side, so now I'm looking at everybody else, and go Hey, I'm here to find out what exactly it is that we're here to fix, because that information was not made clear to us.
Yeah, well, there's another guy there.
Mhm.
Guy looks at you. No, sorry, it's a woman, and she looks at you. She's kind of like a younger, maybe like late 30s, more put together, kind of engineer type looking person. And she goes, "Yeah, name's Dana. I'm Gorilla Team, and yeah, our equipment it's been on the fritz for the last couple of months, and
Specifically, though, is it the drill or the
this
elevator?
goes. It's been all kinds of things. That's the problem. That's why we had to call in corporate. I mean, normally Mike and me should have been able to fix it. Now, I'm sure you've heard Mike's gone bloody AWOL. I bet he's like, oh, I don't know. Like he's been acting weird.
Have you
But
tried turning it off and on again?
she looks at you. She goes, "Yeah, I know. I've tried turning it off and on again. No,
Sometimes you think, it could be the simplest thing sometimes.
we just can't work it out. Every time I look in, there's some kind of new problem. Sometimes it's the software. Sometimes it's the mechanics. Sometimes it works for a couple of hours. I fix one thing, and then boom, it breaks down. Sometimes I go in, the wiring is melted. I have no idea why. Sometimes
Melted.
melted, like it's overheated. Sometimes the whole thing is bloody flooded with water from the extraction pipes. So look,
Okay.
we asked for professionals. I'm glad they've sent their top people to come and help us there, because we really need to hit these production charts. Because if I have to spend 3 more fucking weeks with this Ashraf guy, Ashraf looks at Ashraf and goes, "Come on!" Because if I spend 3, I am going to push him out of an airlock.
Right.
I only have a few more weeks.
So it's okay. Hold on, because I'm googling this. So what? There is. Would you the elevator? Does that work?
Yeah, the elevator works. That's about
Okay,
the only thing that is working.
Well, good.
Damn,
That's good. The drill then that turns off intermittently.
yeah, it turns off. Sometimes it overheats. Sometimes the software goes missing. So I can't tell if it's a mechanical or it's a software problem. I mean,
Right.
it's a software problem sometimes. It's almost as
gonna
if
be-
someone is messing around with it, honestly. I swear to
It's gonna
God.
be hard to Google that though. Is the problem? There's lots of different things. Gonna
Because,
need.
yeah. Because,
You said that there might have been sabotage, corporate sabotage.
I mean, I don't think there's been sabotage, but like this is old equipment. It's they like to reuse things. But look, if you want some food, you could sit with us. Sonia told me that you guys would be here. We got a spare room for you if you want. If you want to rest, you and your friend, you'll be. You don't mind sharing one of those rooms. It's a 1 bunk room, but we got a little roll out bed, so you guys can be all snug as a bug. You guys, you guys.
But there's a
couple or
real
something?
bed.
Yeah, there's a real
Do you want to
bed.
show me to that room now?
Looks, it's in the other room. And it's
Awesome.
labeled number 10. Just press the
Excellent.
button.
Thank you.
Go in, put your bags, your stuff, whatever you want.
Awesome. That gonna make myself a tea. Gotta settle it. Then I'll let Aiden know that that there's a bed for him. All right. Thank you very much. You've been a great help. And Ashrai, right? We gotta catch up later. Let me tell you, we gotta catch up later, huh?
Yeah, it's great to meet new people.
Later.
The rest of the people around the table are kind of just like looking at you. They're like, they look tired. They look like they looked overworked. They look fed up. So yeah, so we'll just pause that there. What about?
I'll hit the
Adrian?
space cattle and
Yeah, you hit the space kettle. They've got a nice kettle. They've got some Folgers coffee and some nice Tetley tea. Okay, and Adnan, go for it. So you're looking over the mining drill.
Yeah, I'm looking over the mining drill. I am looking for any obvious irregularities just on a cursory glance.
Yeah, okay, so you take a little cursory glance at it. You want to give me a roll? You have a relevant skill to investigate?
Engineering or heavy machinery, either one. Engineering has
Yeah.
a higher bonus, so
Yeah, take it. Yeah, give it an engineering roll.
And then is that an intelligence roll?
Yep, intelligence plus for your engineering.
So my intelligence plus engineering is. We're rolling under, right?
Rolling under. That's right. Rolling under 100.
All right. So my intelligence plus engineering is 56. Oh shit! Rolled a 99.
You rolled
All
a
right.
99.
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll the double. That's it. So you basically open up the panel, right,
Mhm.
to take a look inside the electrical wiring of the drill. And yeah, roll a body save.
Body save. What's that?
It's your body, which is 25.
Yep.
Roll under 25.
85.
25. Boom! Like as soon as you pull it off, you like open it up, you get blasted by like an electrical shock across the room. Just roll something. Yeah. Take 1 point of stress and 2 points of damage. You find you just like stars stars are spinning around your head, and it's like, what the hell is going on? It's like, you know, as you kind of gain consciousness, you hear like a siren going off. Oh no, how do I stop this? There we go. Stop. Anyway, so you hear this siren and beeping, like everything's going off, right? Everything is going haywire. Like the lights in the room have gone from like the normal lighting to the like red alert lighting, and there's a smell of smoke. Yeah. So basically, while you're making your cup of tea, you hear just huge. Everybody jumps up. What the hell was that? Sonia comes in the room. She goes, "What the bloody hell was that?" And they all start making their way to the workspace.
Not to worry, not to worry. I'm sure it's just perfectly normal.
Electrical discharge off of the drill. Ow!
So you're like lying on the floor, like dizzy, and you hear like clumping boots as people come in.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? Like Sonia, you see Sonia get out a key card and turn off all the like sirens and stuff.
Everyone, give him some air. Give him some air. I'm trained for this. I want to rush over.
You rush over to see him.
Yeah.
He's on the ground. He's on the ground. He looks frazzled. He's like lying up, all confused.
Can I roll a first aid check to see if I can like assess?
Yeah, you can roll. Yeah, you can roll a first aid check.
I got a 44. I've got a train. I'm trained in first aid. Is that an intellect check?
Yeah, it's intellect, and then you have like it's intellect. So it's intellect plus 10 for your first aid.
So 32. Unfortunately, I rolled 44, which is a fail. I'm useless.
You take a look at him, and you're like, you can hazard a diagnosis. You don't know if it's the right diagnosis, but you can hazard one.
It's gotten me this far.
Sonia
he just needs a little air, just a little bit of electrocution, a little live electrocution.
Get some, give that leg a rub. You know, get some hot spray on there.
Get some tea. Can I get the kettle on, please?
So Sonia's like, is he okay? What the hell happened? Dana, the drilling engineer, runs over to the smoking, the smoking drill, and it's busy trying to get everything. It's got the fire extinguisher out, spraying it down. Lights.
This is all perfectly normal, just routine maintenance, people. There's nothing to worry about. We hear the siren a lot, let me tell you.
Sonia's like, you guys are not giving me much hope here. Like, okay.
What happened there, Aiden?
We did a diagnostic check on the main drill to see if that was one of the many issues since I hadn't gotten my information back. And
1-to-1 with
it
schedule.
went sparky.
Donna, who's that professional looking drilling, she looks over. She goes, "It's not his fault. The safeties have been all pulled out."
The safeties are
Yeah,
pulled?
it's soaking wet
Well-
in here. It's like someone's poured water in it.
Okay. Now this is someone has been misusing the machines. I mean, we can't be blamed for that.
No, it looks like someone's pulled out the water extraction pipe, the ice extraction pipe, and it's like leaked all over this. I'm so sorry. What?
That's misuse of company property, people. Come on, you gotta look after your machines. They'll look after you.
Sonia basically is like, "Okay, guys, he's fine. There's nothing to see here. Donna, you stay with these guys, see what the hell's going on. Everybody, it's getting late. You guys look at your clock. It's like, at least for the guys on the station, it's like about 9 o'clock at night. Like, people, get your asses in the rack, and hopefully we'll be able to start work again in the morning." And so Donna's out there. Donna comes, "Look, I don't know what's happened, but Mike's the expert on this stuff, but I don't know. Strange things are happening."
Has Mike ever talked about unionizing?
No, because as you well know, it's company policy not to discuss union organizing on.
I understand
Joe.
that. I
Yeah.
understand that. That's why I'm concerned. He goes missing. It seems to me like these are either extreme incompetence or sabotage.
Look, I can't see who would be doing any sabotage on here because
Well, the
if
union
somebody,
trying to squeeze more money out of the company.
there's no union people on here. No, I'm telling you, things are weird. Things have been going. There's
What about the
strange
guy?
things.
What about the guy who tried to sell me some drugs earlier? That's right. That's right.
Who?
He tried to push drugs on me. I had to say no.
You mean Cam? Yeah,
I don't know, but he was on something.
He's been acting weird as well, man. He's like, dude hasn't washed for like 3 days, but
He's
not
erratic. I would not listen to anything he says. I wouldn't believe any of his stories. He was
guys
speaking
know-
gibberish to me.
you guys know as well as that anybody does. Like things get pretty claustrophobic on these stations. And look, they're not sending their best out here. If you're
Well,
out
they
on
sent
this
us.
yeah, okay. That's good to know. But yeah, Ken, stay away from him. The guy's fucking filthy. I don't know what's up with
Well,
these people.
I'm
telling
glad
you.
we're all agreed we wouldn't listen to any stories that he tells. As far as I can tell, Aiden, you're fine, right?
Yes.
Walk it off.
Are you still lying on the ground, or are you getting up?
I'm slowly getting up, and you see me.
I'll help you if you take my hand.
Look, yeah, I take Bob's hand and then look down and make sure that my big ass knife is still attached to me. And
Yep, it's still attached.
it's probably
Donnie
a little electrical scarred now. I'm a little upset about that, but I get up and a missing ice valve, yet and all the safeties removed. Bob, how could you do that without it being immediately apparent?
Huh?
I'm assuming they sent you because you're the brains of this operation.
Right.
Yes, because you're the assistant to the manager.
Regional manager.
Regional manager of a different region, correct? The one.
Well,
we're
yeah,
currently
but we
in?
don't need to get technical on it.
Okay. So why would it not be immediately obvious that someone took out the safety?
I mean, there could be all sorts of reasons. I slowly take out my phone and space Google this. Can I roll a? I've got mechanical repair. Can I roll
Yeah,
mechanical
you
repair?
could roll mechanical. repair.
Yeah. See if this might give me an answer. I rolled a 98 on my mechanical.
Oh fuck!
You are pretty sure you know the answer.
Yeah. Well, to be frank, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? People haven't been turning the systems on for a while. From what I understand, it seems like, well, there's not a lot of work getting done here. So it's me, Adnan, and who's the other person here?
Donna, she's that like professional looking woman who said that she's. only
Can I
got a
roll
couple
my
more-
engineering just so I can like parse if that's total bullshit or not?
You can totally.
I don't think you need the rule.
All right, 26. I got that.
Yeah, she basically just told you maybe they didn't turn it off or on again.
Okay.
Donna's
okay.
like Donna has basically finished finished kind of like dealing with the immediate emergency because like, okay, I've shut this thing down. I'm heading off to the rack. You guys do what you want. There's food in the kitchen. There's showers if you need to take a shower, and you got your room if you want it. And
There's
I'll
two
see
beds.
you
I
guys-
claimed mine, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
okay.
is a bed, and then there is a pull-out bed.
Well,
I'll sleep on the pull-out bed across.
very magnanimous of you, but I did claim the normal bed. So
Yeah. So it's fine. And what you see me do is, well, we're not in that room yet. You'll see it in a minute. I look to Donna and I'm like, you must forgive me. Apparently, we have our customer service specialist with us today. So
best in the biz.
We'll see what we can do. Do you have an addition? I know your specialist is missing, and would he have been able to do this?
I mean, yeah, he should have been able to do this. Like, this is what we have a specialist for. But sometimes you have to call in the higher ups because he didn't seem to be able to fix it. Frankly, the dude was losing his noodle. I mean, it gets lonely out here.
How long was
I've
he
been
out
out
here
here-
for?
I think he's been out here for a year, and
Oh,
I've been out here for 6 months, and I'm telling you, it's not fun out here. And frankly, things just getting weird. They had this guy, he's parked over in his ship, come in from corporate. Dude is super weird.
From corporate.
Yeah, there's a guy.
What
Did they not
rank?
tell you? I don't know.
No.
It's some corporate, some big corpo guy parked over in the other dock from you. I hadn't seen that guy for like weeks. Dude, super creepy and weird. Some kind of boffin, some kind of egghead guy. Keeps going down the mine doing weird shit. I'm telling you, ever since that guy turned up, things have been not right. I mean, things are never right on these, on these deep space mining operations. That guy, I don't know why he came, I don't know what he's doing here, but yeah, they didn't tell you about him at corporate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't need to tell us everything.
I thought you guys were some big shots. They said they were sending their top people.
they
Well,
sent
yeah.
the assistant to the regional manager. Yes.
It doesn't sound
Speaks
like
for
top
itself. Speaks for itself.
people. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna hit the rack, and you guys do what the hell you like. But like, I'm telling you, man, there is something amiss here, and I don't know. I'm like that other night. Like, Mike took a hammer to the shower, flooded everything. I got my towel wet, and it's so difficult to dry things here. And like now I have a weird, and Ken, he's just that hasn't washed for days. Like I
Was he-
said,
How often do you get one-to-ones? Check-ins, make sure your goals are aligned with the company's. Because it's my experience, if you don't have enough one-to-ones, then sometimes people can these sorts of things can happen. Morale can drop. Maybe that's what
Well,
happened.
people tend to stick
Enough
to
meetings.
they tend to stick to them. Everybody tends to stick to themselves. We're all out here just trying to make money. They pay you some good overtime for working on these things. We eat together, but last couple of months, people have just been in their rooms, doing that thing. People going to work, and then it's been a kind of a pain in the butt with all these stoppages because of the equipment. Like I said, I don't know why Sonya didn't tell you, but yeah, there's that creepy dude over in Docking Bay 2.
Was Mike close with him at all?
No, I never saw those two together, to be honest. And I'm telling you, I haven't seen that guy for days. Like, we're not supposed to ask anything, but you're like, I don't know what he's doing. He's on this he's got some fancy ass ship in there, and he keeps going down the mine, doing all kinds of shenanigans. But it is what it is.
Thanks. You've been a real big help.
Yeah,
Hey, no problem, guys. I hope you can get this stuff fixed. Because look, I don't want to get pay docked, and I don't want to be stuck here with Ashraf and his girlfriend. Because look, I'm telling you, that's a girl from OnlyFans. He just doesn't know what OnlyFans is.
Well, some people
Yeah.
they just don't have the same kind of skills like us.
No, that guy's not so smart. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning.
Good night.
Yep.
Go to the room. I grab the pull-out bed. I drag it to the furthest corner of the room.
There's literally no space in there. Like, so
All
you
right.
get
I
to your
pull it
room.
out. Mhm.
There is a small bed. There's a bed. It's kind of like a couch, right? The room is like really thin, right? It's like almost like a like one of those coffin hotels. And then you open the door. You can like squeeze in the door, and then you pull out the bed, and there's literally no space left. There's like a bed, couch, and then there's like this pull-out couch, and you guys are going to be like quite close together.
All right. Well,
Aiden.
yes.
You see,
Bob.
there is a PlayStation 300 in there.
Wow.
Bob,
and,
why
uh,
don't you
Pretty
play
rare.
some games?
Play games.
Yes.
Did you not listen? This is our opportunity to make it big. We could have we could bump in. That's the guy from head office. If we bump into him, then
What's your
we
computer
could
skills, Bob?
My computer skills.
Yes.
I mean, I can play the games, the Nintendos. I mean, I can
Well,
do that.
you were already worried about union interference, Bob. Now,
Well, aren't you? I mean, all those safety valves.
I mean,
right?
yeah. I'm in the professional sector. You're a Teamster, Bob.
An assistant to the regional manager.
Yes,
which is quite important.
And I have not questioned your authority or your regional rank. We have been sent, Bob, on a shit mission. Now, obviously, there's someone to impress, but we need to know where and why that person is here. And maybe you will get your stellar survey delivered to him personally by Donna. I don't know. All right. I haven't spent time with these. You were supposed to do the PR and also intelligence research. Can you break down, actually, now that we're talking about it, who on earth are these motherfuckers, Bob? I'm obviously stressed out.
Yeah, I get. I can sense that you're stressed. Okay, that's fine.
You guys are arguing in the room. You hear banging on the wall. It's like, shut up! I'm trying to sleep. And then you hear like voices. Yeah, keep it down.
Take a narco pack.
Gonna affect our customer service. Now, I know they don't mean much to you, Aiden, but I very much care about what people perceive me as, okay? It's pretty much all I've got at this stage. So, now, listen, here's the thing. This is a very big opportunity for both of us. I think you're missing the bigger picture here. There is someone from head office. Do you know how often this opportunity presents itself? Never. We need to go and bump into him. We can have all sorts of excuses to go there. Maybe we're looking for that Mike guy, huh? Like, why not? We bump into him. We help him out. We maybe I could tell a couple of jokes. We get to know each other. Maybe we become friends. We go golfing together. Next thing you know, a couple of years, I'm in head office. Aiden.
All right, Bob. So it would be nice to have a coworker and a head office. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check the arrival logs and see if I can figure out which particular office this guy is from, since
Genius.
we've had sabotage apparently recently, or people here just don't know how to put on their fucking safeties and all their ice rig hosing. Either way, it's a bad scenario, and I've already been shocked for it. Now, I do what you do best, which is care about customer service, and I am going to go over here and very quietly, unfortunately, closely lay beside you and use my computer to see if I can figure out these flat logs. If you want to sleep, good, because we don't want to piss off the good miners here. They're bigger than us, Bob. Neither one of us are particularly stout, and I only have a machete, and that's not good for company policy. And I guarantee you that if I have to use it, we're not gonna have a good customer service survey. So
There's no
just
point in succeeding if no one knows that you've succeeded.
That's a good point.
yes. That's yes, Bob.
Look, listen, Aiden, I understand it's been very stressful for you. I understand it's been very, very stressful for you.
He's had a tough day. He's got shocked. You know,
Yeah.
He got blasted across the room. He's feeling a little down.
But this is a moment I think it's important to remember that, and you see me, I'm like kind of glancing slightly at my phone as if I've like Googled something, and I look down at it as if I'm reading, and I say, opportunities don't happen. You create them. Huh? That was Mahatma Gandhi.
Mm-hmm. Who is very, very dead, Bob. All right.
But boy, was he motivational, right?
That's true. I flip open my Unicom and I start seeing it in the mainframe if I can see the flight log arrivals.
Yeah. So okay, you get
Gene,
into the.
you've got like a voice. You got like a voice on. Voice filter.
Okay. See the old voice filter. Got that old voice filter going. Is it off now?
It's off now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, you look into your computer. You get into the system. You've been given access to the system. You can see your ship is docked. The Starbug, sitting there and think Mehmet's probably just chilling on the ship right now. And then you see in the second hangar there is a ship docked named the Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
And it's as you try to get into there, though, like it doesn't allow you to see like any further details. It just says ship docked Hercules, but none of the other flight information is available.
It's kind of funny actually. From what I heard, just by the by, it seems to be general system fault. Like everything turning off, turning on, and a variety of problems too. Sometimes things seem to be overheating. But somebody mentioned offhand that it only started to happen once, or at least it got worse once this head office guy arrived. Maybe source could be traced to that station.
I use my hacking and see if I can go around into the mainframe and get any additional data.
Yeah, go ahead.
So hacking skills plus 15, plus 44. I roll a 17.
Oh, boom. Okay, yeah, you get in. Boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. All the data suddenly unlocks, like a whole stream of information. The guy, he is called Ethan Giovanni. he is from Games in Theory, which is the research division of GWH. His ship is called the Hercules. It is an advanced research vessel, very high end, very, like top of the top research ship, one person ship, but kind of rare, like with its own system AI. And yeah, he has been here for about a month. It even gives you the keypad code to get into the ship, which is 0389. Like all the information, it's all the information, like the docking information. Blah, blah, blah, blah. So you hit the whole jackpot of the information. So you have basically everything you need for it.
I immediately back out of the system because I don't want to stay too long and get traced. And I look over to Bob and I was like, Bob, research and R&D is here.
Research and R&D. I mean, they've got a lot of traction, right?
Yeah.
Games in Theory, they're like
the
top end research R&D. That's like the highest, most secret level of GWH R&D. That's like where they do weird.
Knowing somebody in Games in Theory is big.
Yes. So we better be on our game. However, that ship is advanced. Our little clunker that Mehmet brought us here on.
That his name, Mehmet?
Yeah.
I've been calling him Mike. Huh.
You realize that you may be in trouble with corporate for doing a racism, and they might make you do the racism training.
Bob worries about this.
He worries about whether he has to go do the cultural sensitivity training.
Yeah.
Bob, I don't want to go through another DEI training. So, let's be culturally sensitive to Mehmet's needs, and also, Bob, how many missions has the manager sent you on before?
You mean into space?
I mean into.
I mean, I've had to get coffee. I've had to get papers. I mean, there's been all sorts of.
How recently did you complete your machinery training?
Machinery training.
Yeah.
Well, I was put in on an apprenticeship program, so there was a cohort of us that were brought in as they called it, multi-skilled labor.
So you are a humanities degree graduate.
Yeah, I mean, but I didn't. So the degree that I got was in poetry and literature, but I didn't do very well at it. So.
Oh, okay.
So basically, an engineering student. Basically.
Was it? So you failed out of poetry into engineering.
Yeah, but then at the jobs fair there, I bumped into a guy, and we hit it off.
You failed out of poetry into engineering.
Yeah.
Bobby. I need to roll a stress check.
Yeah, I was about to suggest that you take a stress test because it's not what you planned for. They've sent you here with a poetry dropout.
I'm really good at Googling.
All right, what I roll for 58. Damn it.
Roll 58. Damn, take another point of stress. You can feel your heart. You can feel your heart beating like you're like, oh my God, I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I'm with a poetry graduate who's just kissing butt to the bosses. What am I doing with my life? You know, your heart rate is going like.
You could see me, Bob, get more and more tense, and then I just turn my back to you and walk out.
You walk out. You walk out of the room. You can hear kind of like snoring as you walk out. You hear snoring and sleeping, and you know, like just the sounds of night. The lights are kind of low evening light. You know, So they keep everybody in their circadian rhythm. The lights have gone to the night cycle.
You're thinking about this all wrong. Remember, nothing is impossible. Even the word says, "I'm possible."
Just as you guys are like arguing through the door, you hear like a clunk, as if there's something maybe in the wall, something maybe in the ceiling. You hear like doo-doo, like something's walking.
Walking?
Yeah, it's like you hear like steps.
Does it sound like skittering or like human-sized steps?
It's hard to tell because of the echo, but it sounds like some kind of like a raccoon got stuck in the wall. You're like the skittering. You hear another
Can
skittering.
I like try and place it, via sound, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can try. You can try and place it via sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say roll your intellect. Roll your intellect, I would say.
Just straight intellect?
Yeah, straight intellect. Unless you have a skill you think would help.
Me too.
I rolled 22,
Oh,
which is exactly on what I have. I got a 22
I rolled
intellect.
26.
Yeah, it sounds like there's something in the vents. So just so you're aware, in your room, there is, there's a grate, it's pretty big actually, to let air in. It's a kind of standard practice thing, and it sounds like something's skittering around in those vents.
Hey, Bob.
Do
you hear that?
Yeah, I do. That's kind of weird. Is there light?
Is there? Yeah, I mean, there's a cat, right? You saw a cat.
There's a cat. Yeah.
God. Am I sneezing? Because I'm allergic to cats.
Well, wait. You're not sneezing.
You're not sneezing. Interestingly enough.
Oh.
Huh.
Is this planet supposed to be inhabited? Have they xenoformed this planet? I'm not a biologist. I don't know.
It's an asteroid, right?
It's an asteroid, and
yes.
Things don't live on asteroids, really. I haven't found anything on asteroids. I mean, they've found like plant analogs, animal analogs, and some ruins from maybe hunter-gatherer civilizations that died. But nothing as advanced as humans.
So, Bob, does it sound like it's big enough to be, say, Michael, the lost engineer?
Sneaking around up there in the vents.
It could be. It does sound like
I want to reach for my trank pistol, which I have.
You reach your trank pistol. Yeah, it sounds like there's someone.
Examination kit.
There's someone in the. It sounds to you the more you listen to it, it sounds like there's someone creeping around in the vents.
Right. Get your screwdriver, and then I take the trank pistol.
All right. I take out the rigging gun, which not particularly useful, but would do something, and I have my knife.
Are you gonna go and wait by the vent? Are you gonna try?
I'm gonna go towards the vent, and I'm gonna try to quietly look into the vent. I do have a flashlight, so flashlight into the vent.
Yeah. So you open up the vent. Now the vent's in your room.
Okay, so I went back into the room. Okay.
Yeah, you went back into the vents. The vents in the room. You open it up. It's like pretty large. So it's large enough to have a person in it. Be cramped, right? But yeah, someone can crawl around, and that's kind of normal because people have to do maintenance and stuff in these vents and things like that. So you open it up, and you put your flashlight in, and you take a look. As you flash it around, it has that kind of metallic sheen on it, and it looks like there's something, like a thing, right? Like something, maybe a book or a communicator or a mobile, something at the back, like down. Just like if you go down the vent, there's like a long vent, and it's like a T, and you can see like it.
How far down is it?
It's right down towards the end of the T. You'd have to get up in there. And
is it Mike? Do you see Mike?
No, but I do see something. Looks maybe like a comm. Bob, can you help me get up into this thing?
Yes, I can. If you want to lift yourself up, lift somebody else, jump on top. I I offer like my hands, you know.
All right.
Yeah,
All
you,
right. So
you boost
grab
it.
your
You
hand
boost,
and boost them up.
you boost them up, and you get into the vent. It's pretty freaking cramped, right? You definitely can't take your gun. Your what's the name? Was it your
Rigger?
I
Yeah,
have
you
a
can't-
Kukiri and I have a rigging gun.
You can get your Kukiri in there, but you
Take my tranq pistol. If it's Mike, take him out.
you go down. Let's say it's room length, right? It's like
Mhm.
maybe like 10, 15 feet down to the end, and your flashlight, you just caught the sign of something at the something about you. Crawl down there. As you're crawling down, you feel the walls enclosing in you. It's cold. It's unyielding. It's very stressful for you. So roll a fear test.
Fear test. All right.
You
Crap.
hear scrabbling.
38, but my fear is 25.
Take a point of stress. You are not
Stress
feeling.
of 6.
You feel
Shit.
you feeling. You feel your hand shaking. It's shaking. Your hand begins to shake as you crawl down, and the scrabbling sounds thing. And you finally get to the end of this thing. He's like disappeared down. You can see his bum and his feet as he's like shimmying down.
Mhm.
And Aiden, you get to what you see is a kind of old schooly cassette. It's like an old school kind of recording cassette.
I kind of, in a low voice, Bob, there's an analog recording here.
What? Grab it! Grab it!
All right, I shimmy forward. I take my knife and like hit it to make sure it's not like attached to anything.
No, it's not attached to anything.
And then I grab it. And then I start pushing myself back out, but I have to back out slowly because I'm going out backwards.
Suddenly, boom! From around the corner, a cat jumps out at you and looks at you with his one leg. Take a fear test. Scares the crap. Yeah, you begin sneezing.
Got a 5.
Oh,
So
the cat jumps out of you, but rather than making you jump, you just look at it in the face. You're like, yeah. The cat's like, oh, and heads back down down the air vents.
What is it?
was
Is it Mike?
the fucking cat.
God damn it.
Okay, so yeah, you shimmy out and you got a cassette.
What the hell is that?
This hasn't been common technology for, I don't know, like uses space dock Suban Google.
It's a little bit retro, but they do use analog cassettes because sometimes if there's electromagnetic interference or some kind of interference that might affect other kinds of digital recording, they sometimes keep these like retro tech analog things. So it's not super strange. It's just weird to find.
Yeah, this is like 300-year-old technology, but out here with the interference, it's probably safer to use, right? I don't know why it would have been in the vent.
Who left it there? Who's even up there?
A cat.
But you realize when you came in, the gaming console has a cassette player in it.
Stick it in. Put it in. Let's see what
All
it
right.
is.
Puts this
Be coded
into
messages.
the gaming console.
Yeah, sure. Okay, just one moment.
Could be these saboteurs, Mike or something. Weird.
Yeah, so it is a yellow, unmarked cassette. And you put it in, and you hear this. I hope you can hear this. Okay. Oh, no, it won't play. Oh, no. 1 second. Excuse me for a moment. Play with media
I
player.
banged the cassette player
Yeah.
a couple times. The technology's old.
Yeah, like my computer is old. Ah, come on. Oh wait. I don't play this fine. Oh, what? Give me one more chance to do this. Otherwise, I'll have to read it. Open with. Okay, let's just try one more thing. Video storage. No. Okay. Excuse me. While I try and fix this technical issue, which always seems to want to just.
It's appropriate for
Screw.
Mothership, right?
It is
kind of technology, shutter and shake.
Oh, that might be it. Oh, then I just have to do something. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Do this. Yeah, so you guys are like fiddling with this cassette.
Yeah,
And
banging
it's
the TV.
TV.
You know, back at the office, my the manager used to have me file these things over and over in various combinations. Used to occupy days and days of my time just stuck away in that room, filing away.
So you were the analog filer?
At times, yes. You know, whenever the office was a bit busy.
I see.
Oh, okay.
I was in charge. I was the officer in charge of filing.
Well, you seem
That was before my
remarkably
promotion.
calm under these circumstances, so maybe that's good.
Okay, so you finally get it working. I'm going to read it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So you click it on the static in the background, and then you hear this.
This is Mike. Not okay. Something's wrong. The water. I don't know. I can't stay here. Hold on, I broke the shower. I told someone it was an accident, but it's the water. I don't think it likes water. I'm going back down the mic. Need quite. Oh God. Oh no, please fix me. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening.
And it clicks off.
Huh. That was weird.
Not a game.
No, it ain't. What is it? Some sort of joke or something?
Yeah, the guy did not sound very well.
So everyone said that guy who you said tried to sell you drugs, he smells bad, right?
Oh yeah, pretty rank.
So, and Mike is afraid of water, and the water intake tube shocked me. Are you putting it together, Bob?
What do you think? There's like a swimming club or something? I don't.
No, Bob. I think there may be something with the hydration on this asteroid. I'm not a chemist. I'm not a geologist. I'm a computer engineer who has sub-training in machinery.
Roll your intellect, Bob.
42. My intellect is 22. Slow intellect's killing me here.
Bob, why you so dumb, Bob?
Bob, you suddenly realize that you drank a cup of tea. He starts talking about like something wrong with the water, and
there's probably nothing wrong with the water. Likely, I mean, it's very unlikely there's something wrong with the water.
You've been drinking it?
Well, of course I've been drinking it. I'm a thirsty guy, thirsting for opportunity, and you know, iced tea.
How are you feeling?
You guys are feeling a bit thirsty too. Yeah, you know, like it's been a long day.
Did you?
I don't know. Normal, I guess.
Iced tea? Iced tea.
Yeah,
So not hot
Did
tea.
Did you have hot tea or cold tea? It was both.
both. I had a refreshing iced tea this evening, but I had a cup of tea, as the Brits call it.
Well,
Cup of chai.
uh, if
It's probably not the water. It's probably not wrong with the water.
if it's just a pathogen, Bob, you should have killed it in the brewing process. So in theory, you're probably okay. I don't know though. Xenoparasites are weird.
Now
You
hold on. Well, I have a mad scanner.
you do have a med scanner, yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
have
useful.
a mad scanner. Well, hold on 1 second. Let's just put this to rest right away. Let me just
So do you want to
med
go
scan.
you want to go med scan the water do you want to do it in the shower or in the food place?
In the food, but the one that I drank from. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You guys
Yeah.
sneak off to the
Could be a
sneak off.
spiking situation. I mean, that guy was a little bit unhinged.
Yeah,
Could be
you
the water
go
was
off
spiking.
there. You roll you put your med scanner on.
Mhm.
Beep beep beep beep beep. Pour out a glass of water. You guys are looking at it. Wait a little bit. Do. Seems perfectly normal water. It's like mostly
Looks normal.
water. It's obviously it's space station recycled water, so there is urine and feces in it.
Mhm.
But not more than any usual. Yeah, nothing seems to be up with the water. You run the tap, you scan again. The water seems
All right.
totally normal for a space station.
Oh,
Look,
good.
he was obsessed with the shower area. Why don't we just check that, and then if it's not, then we just chalk this up to a little bit of a cuckoo.
Okay. Let's do that.
All right. Go to the showers.
Yeah, you go to the showers. Like there's a rack of showers. There's like 2 of them are broken and they've been like patched up to stop them flooding. But it's
Yeah.
basically there's like 2 smashed shower heads out of 10. There's 10 shower heads. These prefab stations, they're made for 10 people. There's 10 everything. So like there's 10 shower heads. 2 of them are broken. There's like a crack in the floor, in the tiling in the floor. Yeah, it looks like someone went apeshit with a hammer in here, like Sonia said. But the rest of the showers look like they're totally functional.
Turn a shower on, I guess.
Yeah, you turn the shower on,
And beep,
scan the
beep, beep.
water again. Nothing particularly strange in the water. It seems like normal space station water.
Yeah. See, everything's fine. Didn't he say that? Did he say it likes the water or it doesn't like the water?
He said,
Mhm.
he said on the cassette, "This is Mike. I'm not okay. Something's wrong. The water, I don't know. I can't stay up here for long. I broke the shower. I told Sonia it was an accident, but it's the water. I don't think it likes the water. I'm going back to the mine. I need quiet. Oh God, I don't know. Please fix me. I don't know. I don't know what's happening."
Sounds like the union's gotten to him.
The union doesn't like the water.
Well, it's code, isn't it? You
Yeah.
know how they all talk, these saboteurs. Look, listen. I think this guy's gone off the deep end. I think he's the one who's been sabotaging the machinery. I think he's been going around turning things on and turning things off, probably at the switch. I reckon if we caught him at the same time that a big honcho from head office is here, that might look pretty good on our resumes.
So where do you think he is?
Down in the mines, you heard it. If we go down there, I've got my trank gun. We knock him out, bring him up, bump into the guy from Games and Research. Bada bing, bada boom. This time next year, we're playing golf on the course.
You know what, Bob? For the first time this evening, you might be talking sense.
I'm always talking sense. That's what I get. We should do it
Yeah.
before anybody else wakes up. That way we get all the glory.
Yeah. Yeah. Bob, do you have, other than your trank gun, do you have something to calm my nerves? Something preferably
yeah.
legal?
Oh yeah, I got some pills. I got some stim packs, all in my kit.
Well, I don't know how stim packs would help me with it, with feeling
Well,
a
it
little
gets you
bit on
pumped up
A.
to get you energetic.
If I got pumped up right now, Bob, it might go through your face.
Well, that's an
That would
attitude
also not
problem, not
lead
an energy level issue.
well, that. Ooh, yes, that is true. That is true, Bob. Thank you for your motivational advice. But you know what? You do have a good idea. When's the last time you've been in a mine?
Not that long. Frequently.
Frequently. All right. You know what, Bob? I don't really have a choice but to trust you right now. And you're right. If assuming games in theory isn't doing some experimentation here that is beyond our pay grade, this might look good. If it is, however, experimentation beyond our pay grade, we might actually be causing issues for corporate.
Not at all, because if that was the case, then why send up? It could be that this entire situation is orchestrated to figure out how we would react to this scenario. That is why I am here. It all makes sense now. Of course. That's why they sent me out here. It's
lose a point of stress, Bob, because you're like, it's all a test. You can lose 1 point of stress because you're like, oh, this is just this is
I'm
my
being groomed. It all makes sense now. I take out my trank gun. We got this. We got this.
So yeah, you
Carpe
wanna,
diem.
Carpe diem, exactly. So, what's the next move for you guys? Are you guys heading to the mine? Is that the plan, or are you? Yeah, okay. Now, one thing you should know about the mine that you were that you saw when you saw the computer pull out is you will need your vac suits.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have vac suits, but you did see there were vac suits hanging up. So
yeah,
you can
let's commandeer some.
Yeah, we probably need vac suits. I look at the inventory. Are there infrared scanners?
Are there infrared scanners? Good question. You know what? This is a mine. There are some mining goggles which have infrared settings on them.
Nice.
All right, so let's get geared up. Make sure you grab the mining goggles so that we can see down there. Bob, it would be very unfortunate if your trank gun goes into your own thigh.
That's
why I'm bringing this too. I want to show the stun button. I go like a taser, you know?
A little taser.
Yeah. Well, Mike won't know what hit him.
I have a first aid kit, a rigging gun, a flare gun, and a vibe machete, as well as a traditional machete.
So yeah,
you're armed.
So you guys creep. You creep out while everyone's hearing. You listen to the snore. You can hear the snoring of this. So you hear what you think is actually people may be doing something in one of the rooms. In fact, it sounds like it's coming from that Kano's room. The grunting is definitely not weightlifting this time. You creep out, but everybody else seems to be sleeping, and you head out into the workspace. The machinery is humming, the generator is humming, but of course, the big mining drill in the center of the room is powered down. The lights are kind of dim for the night cycle, but yes, you see over in the cubbies there are 9 vac suits. And they do have mining goggles with them. They're not like high-end infrared things, but they're kind of like practical mining protection plus providing data. And yeah, you can head down the mine on the elevator once you've got your vac suits on. Is that what you're doing? I don't want to railroad you. You decide what's next.
Gear up.
I'm gonna bring my PM pills and my stim pack too, just in case. I've got a cybernetic diagnostic scanner. What would that be for?
Checking people's cybernetic implants.
Oh, huh. I guess I'll take that. Is it like in a kit? Like these I've got like the examination package. So is that
Yeah.
like in a kit or how mobile?
Yeah, it's like
are they?
let's just say it's sonic screwdriver size. It's like
Okay, sick. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll take that.
sonic screwdriver size. There we go. Yeah, so you head to the mine shaft. You get your back suits on. Open the lift doors. You go down on one of these big industrial elevators, which have which are basically to bring equipment up and down and bring some of the ores up. It's really big, and it's like a 10-minute journey. Like you're going deep down, and the lights flicker and are dim. The console key on the elevator keeps flickering as well, and finally, cha-chung! The doors open at the bottom. And
The
you are
genius
in-
of this thing, Aiden, is that if we catch him and it is him behind all the system issues, then we've two birds, one stone with this thing.
Yes, Bob, you're correct. All right, I look around.
Mission.
So when the door opens, it's basically a huge. It's a mining tunnel. It's quite large at the face, but it goes down into the dark. And the lights, there was a light. The lights are operational by the door, but like you can see, the other lights are not working properly.
Does the vac suit have like a torch?
The vac suit does have a torch on it. Boom.
Yeah.
You can put your torches on, and basically, there's a big mining shaft. And you can see.
Is this zero G? Is this zero G?
It is not zero G.
Okay.
But I would say the gravity definitely feels lighter. It's
Okay.
It's so it is a little bit zero G. So your zero G training is kind of helpful here. You're not in full zero G, but you are in a low gravity environment. Clearly, in the quarters they have full Earth gravity, but they're not going to pay. They're not going to pay to put full Earth gravity down a mine. You could have it to sleep.
Were there mag boots in the vac suit?
There are not mag boots in the vac suit. They're mining. They're yellow, right? Like the typical kind of high vis yellow proletarian vac suit. They aren't really for going in space. They are going for an enclosed place with no atmosphere. So they're
All
not.
right.
So yeah, you guys go, and there's this
Safety
big one
first. Load my trank gun.
Yeah, you get your shotgun out and you shine your light down the mine, and it's a big mine shaft that narrows and then goes around the corner.
All right, let's go. I think.
All right, Bob,
Let's
I'll
head
let
on.
you take the lead here.
Yep, I'll go forward first.
Sure. So you head deeper and deeper into the mines, and you can see most of the walls are excavated. Like there are big chunks out of the walls, and as it goes down, it continues basically into black. But as you are going along, you notice you get to a point where it's almost completely dark. The lights aren't working. You can see through your torches that there are lights up there, but they're just not working. And the tunnel just keeps going straight down, sloping downwards. But what strikes you is as you go in there, you see on the side of the wall, there is a crack in the wall, like a crevice in the side of the wall that it doesn't look like an excavation mark. It looks like a kind of natural crevice which is about man size and you could squeeze through. So basically you've kind of come to a point where you can continue down the mine, right? Or you can check out this crack in this crevice.
I shoot a flare into the mine. into the mine shaft.
You're gonna fire a
The
flare.
normal one or like the crack?
The crack. I'm gonna fire a flare. So
As you go up to the crack,
It's weird.
your light flashes around, and you see the crack goes into the wall, but then it kind of turns, so you can't really see around the corner. You could.
Okay. I realize it won't do any good to shoot a flare in it.
So you realize, if you shoot a flare into it, it's just going to hit the back wall. But you can see that it carries on around the corner. You just can't quite see past the corner.
Hello? Mike? Are you in there?
You yell into the thing,
Crack.
into the crack. It's kind of echo. You don't hear anything.
He's not in there, right? He wouldn't go in there. That'd be crazy.
Do you want your promotion or not?
I look at Adnan and I turn the stun button on again so it gives a little spark and I go, well, best get in, I guess.
So you guys are going in the crack. You're going into the crack.
Yeah, with my
Okay.
stun button in my left
You're
hand.
going in first. I'm going in behind Bob. I'm gonna let Bob be our fearless leader.
Bob's the fearless leader. You're pretty confident that this is all just a test from corporate. This is all just a test. So you shimmy around, and this first part of the crack is
Damn.
Is
If they were
like
drilling,
that-
what would have made this?
yeah, it doesn't look like something that has been drilled. It looks like when you go to the beach and you go to the cliffs, sometimes there's a crevice into a cave. It looks like there's
Yeah.
actually a crevice. But as you go around the corner, the natural contours of the rock changes, and you see it changes color to being a kind of smoother, black, obsidian space rock. It's very creepy. You can't feel it, but it looks very, let's just say,
Smooth?
it's smooth. It's almost unnatural. It's like a marbly texture. It almost eats up the light, and you enter through this into a cavern that is full of arches. It's very you look at
What
it,
the hell?
and the shape is completely. It feels both totally unnatural, but totally artificial at the same time. Both of you take a sanity test.
Was this place made by the company?
All right, 26. My sanity's 40. I'm okay.
Fine. This place.
Where's sanity? 29. My sanity's 30. So I justify making it.
You enter in, and as your lights on the top of your vac suit comes in, you see there is in the middle of the room, in this unnaturally shaped cavern with its arches and its peculiar, almost impossible geometry. You see in the center there is a kind of embryonic sac, like a fleshy embryonic sac that is leaking a yellow, viscous pus out of it, out onto the ground. Now around this, you see a small workstation that has been set up nearby, like a computer console, and there's a scanner that is a scanner pod that is reading, reading data, and there is a scrap of paper sitting on a small desk by the console. So imagine it's kind of like it's not a circle, it's not a sphere, but that's the closest that your mind can comprehend it as. And in the middle, there's like an unnatural, almost glowing embryonic sac-looking thing, oozing pus. And just to the side of it, there is this workstation that's still running, right? It's still clicking, it's still running, it's still running. It looks like it's still running data.
What's going on here? I'm gonna stride towards the workstation.
Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
the
head
hell
there
is this
too.
stuff?
Yeah, you walk over to the workstation. Take a look. Yeah, there's a scrap of paper on the table that says 0389.
I've seen this number before.
Yeah. That was the passcode into the ship, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the corporate ship passcode.
And
Oh, wait,
yeah,
I don't
this.
think I saw that in character.
Oh no, you did because.
Oh, did I? All right,
Because
cool.
I did. Yeah, you were like looking over my shoulder as I
Yeah,
accessed that.
cool.
Yeah, it's basically there's a kind of
Wait,
the algorithm
there
is
like-
running and
Is there like a computer?
yeah, there's like a little computer, scanning things. It's a small work console.
What's
Is
it
it
doing?
is it our technology? Is it like
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
very
corporate
high
tech?
end. It's very
high end
it's-
tech? But does it
it's
look
high
corporate?
end. It's corporate. It's high end. Yeah, it's like a smaller mainframe.
I thought the head office guy was based on the other asteroid.
Yeah, he's in the other docking bay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you look on the map,
Oh.
just so you can see, docking bay
Hmm.
1. You're in docking bay 2. His ship is in
Yeah.
docking bay 1.
Wait, if he's down here, then
I
that
don't know
means
if he's down here. This is corporate. We need to get out of here.
well,
Bob,
maybe this is what we're meant to be here for.
why would you be meant to accidentally go into a corporate monitoring? Do you know what that is? Do you have some information I don't have?
Do
The
you
dripping
know what it
thing.
is?
No, I'm not a xenobiologist last time I checked, nor am I a chemist. I can maybe look at the computer and see what I can glean from these readings, but
Can I? There are readings like on
Yeah,
the computer?
there is a small the console.
Can I
is
make a
on.
linguistics check?
You
Maybe
wanna
that
try-
English degree might come in handy for once.
Want to try and it's just showing numbers. It's showing it's a data stream.
Ah,
You look at
okay.
it, as you go up to have a look, you see it's a data stream.
so I
Sure.
see the data. I'm gonna roll my maths to see if I can see any patterns in it.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right, that's 46. My math would be intelligence plus 10, so that's 54.
So did you pass? Like,
Yeah.
is it under? Yeah. So you passed.
It's
Oh
under.
yeah. So you look at the data and you can see the computer it's a scanning algorithm, right? But the computer is having a very hard time scanning this kind of gross looking embryonic sac. It is reading things, but the transmission, the telemetry that it's collecting from it is not really making sense. So the algorithm is like just going do, and then boom, rebooting. So it's like scanning it. It's like organic, inorganic, yeah, and then so it's basically giving these contradictory readings, a variety.
The telemetry on this it doesn't make sense, Bob. It doesn't make sense at all. Do you have the med scanner with you?
Yeah, sure. Maybe
Let's
the
see if
computer's busted.
maybe see how close do you have to get to use it?
I don't know. I'll approach the embryo, and I
Yeah,
will.
so imagine a kind of like a cocoon-like egg sac, right? That has been, and it's like someone's ripped a kind of a hole in it, and the pus is coming out, and it's like
How big is
dribbling.
it?
It is the size of let's say a large cow.
Whoa! So it's big.
It's big, yeah, it's big.
Whoa! Damn. Let's scan this bad boy with a med scanner.
And in fact, not only that, as you approach, it seems to be bigger than you initially realized. And in fact,
yeah.
it's like a little bit difficult to look at as well. It's like it doesn't hurt, but it gives you, like when you're like getting dazzled by the sun or something like that. It doesn't seem particularly bright. It just kind of feel like you avert your eyes. And then from where the cut is in it, like this big slice, there's just this pus, this yellow pus dribbling out onto the floor. So you're gonna scan.
Scan it. Zzz.
Yeah, roll your intel.
Vast intellect.
Do you have what are the skills that you might have that are relevant?
I got first aid. Is the
No,
closest.
first aid wouldn't help here.
No.
Roll your internet. You're looking at your med scanner.
Oh, I rolled a 17, which is actually a success on my
So it's a
22.
So yeah,
I'm nailing these checks.
you scan it, and basically, the medical scanner starts overheating, but before it overheats and kind of the fuse burns out, you get a reading which is definitely biological, and then you get a reading which you're not quite sure, but it definitely doesn't make sense. It's like something. It doesn't read as inorganic. Exactly. It's like something that your scanner just can't like cope with. You get this biological scan at first, but like it doesn't
It's
seem
like
to.
error.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's very
I-
weird.
You see me then, Varn, like I kind of like drop it, right? Like it's like the fuse burns out, and I like drop it and go, "Tss, damn, it must be broken or something.
Yeah, you as you like kind of chuck
Weird.
it goes splooge into the goo.
Yeah, damn. Look, my gain here. So maybe we should head on back. Like you said, probably best not to get caught around this stuff.
Yeah. So, what did the med scan say?
It just said organic, and then an error message, and the fuse blew out.
That's just what the telemetry on the other machine said.
Well, the stuff is obviously busted. It could be the
We should
could be
leave.
What is this stuff anyway? What do you think this is?
I don't know, Bob, but Games in Theory is here. We should leave. We should leave right now. I'm going to back out very slowly and deliberately until we get back to the main shaft. And we are not going to say anything unless asked about what we saw here.
Sure.
Good.
Though, Aiden, I'm beginning to think that maybe the company didn't build it.
Are you accusing Games in Theory of going rogue?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. There's something about it.
That's
feels
company
old.
equipment.
Well, no, the machine was that, but what the hell? It's like looked like an egg.
Well, I don't know what the Biological Research Division does. You might be right, Bob. We just need to get out of here now. So,
Like a cockatoo egg or something, like big.
a cockatoo egg the size of a horse?
I've never seen a cockatoo before.
Okay, well, fine. Let's just go.
So
I don't know
you
how
guys
big their
both,
eggs get. Yeah. I'm gonna
so
leave.
you guys head.
So
back
I'm
to
behind this time. So I'm actually the second coming up.
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
the second. As you come out into the main mining cavern, you hear what sounds like maybe like a shout or something. Nothing. Yeah, it sounds like a shout or an echo. It's like hard to tell. You have your back suits on, but you hear something emanating from further down the mine.
Do you hear that? That could be our guy.
As long as we're heading away from whatever we just saw in there, I'm okay. Let's go.
Let's go. Could be head office is in trouble. Brandish my trank gun. And
Someone give this man a gold star. All right, let's go.
So you head down into the dark. Again, another 100 meters until you get to
Bob.
you get to the end. And it's kind of like a natural cavern, and you see as your head comes on, you turn a corner, you see that there is an empty vac suit slumped in a heap, and as you look up, you see on the wall scorched, right, by a laser cutter that's discarded on the floor. You see the word silence. And all over this wall is that same yellow goo, splashed, as if someone had splashed the goo all over the wall.
What
is it? It's empty backsuit. As you look at the backsuit, you realize there's like goo coming out of it.
What the hell?
I've
It's like
never
he
seen
got
this-
slimed or something.
I've never, excuse me, I've never seen anything like this. Do you think? You know what, Bob? I'm not going to ask you that question. Bob, did anyone mention anything about laser engraving, or all we know is Mike is missing? Correct.
Well, now there's two folk missing. I think one of them might be in there.
So there's two folk missing. Do we know there's two folk?
Well, what about HR, right? What head office? There's the guy from games. I want to go towards the vac suit with the ooze coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to like get down.
Yep.
Shit, I don't have my my med scanner. Is there any way to feel for a pulse in this suit or anything? Is it
There's
just
no-
ooze, or does it look like there's a body inside?
It doesn't look, as you get closer, it
Mhm.
looks like it's just it's like a back suit that's full of ooze. Like
What in the hell?
You look on it and you see the name tag, Mike DeSantos.
Well, I think I found Mike's vac suit. Could he survive down here outside of a vac suit?
There's no air down here.
So you found
Where the
Mike's
hell's
back
Mike?
suit? You saw Mike's back suit. No, he couldn't survive. There's goo in that vac suit.
Yeah. What the hell do you reckon this is? From that egg?
I'm not
Is
a
this a
chemist.
simulation or something? The game in theory? Is this like a
Well, we should probably report that we found
A war
Mike's
game.
vac suit, a war game. I mean, game in theory could be. We do not want to be in a war game simulation, Bob. That's beyond both our pay grades. There's no GMH Marines around right now.
what the hell what's that meant to mean too? Silence. What's that supposed to mean?
Generally means shut the fuck up, Bob.
Why? I
Uh,
like stand with my back to the ooze now, like looking at it, Adnan. This shit's weird though, right?
Yes, it's very, very, very weird, Bob. Bob, are you sure you didn't piss off the regional manager?
No, I got him his coffee. I give him his
okay.
massage. Got his paper. Everything he needs.
Okay.
Is this the end of like the mining shaft?
Yeah, this is the end.
Yeah.
This is like the end of the mining shaft. It like goes down. It kind of gets narrow as you get down, and you get to the end of this like little cavern. It actually doesn't look like, it doesn't look like the place where they do their main extraction. It just looks like this is what the auto miner has done.
Look, if Mike's suit's down here, then he must be around somewhere.
If he's around outside of his suit, Bob, he's way, way dead.
But then where's the body? Then where is he?
Do you know what the goo is? I'm not the one with a med scanner.
Well, not it busted back in that cavern.
Yeah.
Was he in
Cybernetic
that room,
scanner.
maybe?
See if
Hiding?
there's. Would there be cybernetic pieces in the goo, Bob?
Well, if Mike had I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess I'll try it. I'll just on a wing.
I'll
I'll wing
access
it.
it. No, it's
Yeah.
too far down. It's just not going to work. So let's.
You hear a noise. Everybody roll a fear test.
Ooh. Oh, 96. Not great.
23.
23. Okay. You feel you're getting your sonic screwdriver cybernetics part to try and wave it around to see if they.
Mhm.
While Bob's doing that, Adnan, you hear something coming towards you, and it sounds pretty big, like coming from behind. So you could
Run, Bob.
It's coming from you're kind of trapped up against the walls. Just so we're clear on the geography, you're at the end of this
So
cabin.
I guess I am turning around.
Yeah, you turn around. You don't see anything, but you do catch a glint in the air, a shimmer of something.
What is it? What is it? I will like raise my trank gun.
So what are you doing first? You see a shimmer in the air, like a. Have you ever seen Babylon 5?
Yeah.
You know when the shadows are invisible?
Yeah. I'm shooting a flare
Shooting the flare.
directly at the shimmer.
Okay, go for it. Roll.
Whoa!
Roll.
I got a 9.
Oh, very nice.
Damn. Roll your damage.
I don't know. What's the damage on a flare?
Have a look in the book.
All right.
Direct hit.
Shoot straight
if
at
this
that
is
shimmer.
If this is a monster and we kill it, I think we need a promotion. I'll be assistant regional manager instead of assistant to the regional manager. Nice.
All
What is
right.
it? Flare gun. Rigging, laser cutter.
We should have brought
There is
water
a-
pistols.
There is a laser cutter down there, by the way, just so you know. Just so you remember.
Mhm.
Oh yes. I think water balloons or something if it's afraid of water.
Okay. Yeah, it's 1d10.
All right. I did 5.
You did 5.
Nice.
Okay. You, like, Bob, you turn around. You didn't notice anything. Suddenly, Adnan's just turned around
Flare.
and just turned around. He's raised his flare. He shot it into nowhere, right? And you're like, what the hell? Suddenly,
That's wasting company property.
just as you're saying that's wasting company property, you see the flare doesn't go all the way down the thing. It suddenly just hits, like in midair, explodes, and you see just goo in the middle of the air, just flying out in the middle of nowhere, and you hear a screech in your ears. Everybody take
Ah!
a fear test.
I scream.
All right. 47.
92.
Oh shit! It's panic test time.
I'm not
Okay, you
surprised.
You ready? I'm gonna roll your panic test actually, just in case. It's
Okay.
Some of these effects are helpful, and some of them are not.
Oh.
Just, so you never know. So let me press my rolling device here. Okay. You gain. Your heart stops for a second, right? You gain. Roll 1d6 and add that to your stress.
Oh.
Both of us?
Okay.
Nope. Only
A
Bob.
D6.
Sorry, D10. I apologize.
D10.
D10.
Oh, I got a 10.
Got a 10. Add 10 stress.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you're at what, 12 stress?
Yeah. Where is stress on this?
It's right above the mother. I mean, right below the mother, right above strength.
Oh.
We started at 3 because we started extra with 1 extra. You're down to 2 because you felt relaxed. Now add 10. What? happens at 12 stress, Gene?
I mean, you're heading towards the heart attack zone, aren't you?
Stressed out.
Yeah, so you suddenly feel it's just super surreal. The goo is everywhere. It's just everywhere.
So is it my turn?
No.
Oh no.
Okay, so now this goo is flying everywhere. And yeah, you feel the rush of something large come down beside you, right? Adnan. It doesn't hit you, but you feel something heavy hit on the floor. And then you see on the floor a kind of indent, as if something has hit that floor. And you see a claw mark suddenly appear. And goo, you see goo just like floating in the air. This yellow goo floating in the air. What are you guys gonna do? It's now Bob's turn.
There's goo floating in the air?
Yeah, it's like there's goo floating in the air, and you see right next to Adnan, suddenly the ground just gets pounded in, and you see this indentation in the ground, and you see these claw marks appear on the ground like an animal.
No. Bob screams and runs. No, I'm out. I yell, game over, man. I run for it.
Yeah, you're running for it. Okay.
I quit.
Roll your speed.
Yeah. Oh no, I rolled 78.
You roll 78.
Can I reroll?
You roll. You start running, right?
Straight direct to the exit, right? Like not even thinking.
Yeah, you're running up
the thing, straight to the exit. Yeah,
straight to the exit. You run, and then suddenly you don't know what the hell happened, but you feel like you just 1 minute you're running, the next minute you're kind of like not exactly falling through the air because the gravity's low, but like floating through the air as if like you've just like tripped up on something. You have no idea what the hell you just tripped up on, but it's like 1 minute you're like legging it, the next minute you are like you're like falling in slow motion. That's the best way I can describe it.
like falling through treacle. I fall.
Okay.
screaming as I do.
You fall screaming as you do. Okay. So next round, everybody roll their speed. If you pass, you go first. If you fail, you go second.
I passed. You got
Okay.
a 9.
Okay, you got a 9.
I failed. I got a 96. Oh, these rolls are not good. These rolls are not good. I'm on the ground, helpless.
Really going well for you two right now, Bob.
Bob's like falling through the air. Okay, what are you doing? There's this punch mark on the ground, this claw mark.
I'm moving away from the claw mark. You said there was a laser cutter nearby, right?
Yeah.
I'm heading towards the laser cutter.
Yeah, you can. Okay, if you roll your speed, and you can grab the laser cutter if you like.
96.
Okay, yeah. So you move towards the laser cutter. That's all you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Right next to the laser cutter, as you're heading, as you get to the laser cutter just smashes in half right in front of your eyes. You're going for the laser cutter, suddenly, it's like somebody just ninja chopped the thing in half and crumpled it up. And then it begins going up in the air.
Fucking games in theory.
Okay, Bob, you get your footing again. What's next for you?
What the hell? Do I see the laser thing get destroyed?
You were
You'd
running
at least
away.
hear it. So,
Yeah.
You hear, yeah, you do hear, you hear a kind of
Yeah.
flash pop, but it's
I'm going
behind you
to-
because you're running away.
Yeah, I'm going to so I've fallen. I'm going to fall on my hands and knees, and then I'm
Mhm.
going to start like basically trying to doggy
Dog-
walk away.
You're gonna crawl
Like,
away.
yeah, like as fast as possible, like in a blind panic, and try and stumble back to my feet to try and run out the exit, basically and I'm screaming as I do this.
Yeah, you've got to get back to the exit. You have a good let's say, I would say 300, 400 meters.
Yeah.
Of
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Roll your speed to see how far you get.
Oh God. 40, 10, so 50. No, wait. No, 40 on the dot. My speed is 41.
Yeah, you scrabble up and you just you're beelining it. You're beelining it round the corner. So you managed to get round the corner of this curving mine shaft as it goes upwards. So now, let's just say where you're positioned now, you can't see back to where Adnan is. You're not super far away, but you're going around the corner. Okay, everybody roll their speed.
24, I passed.
Oh, wait, that's good. I got a 10-4, so that would be a 4.
Okay, you guys go first. Whoever wants to go first, pick who goes first.
Bob was further away and also rolled a higher number, so Bob can go.
Sure. Bob will be screaming and will just be running to the exit of the mine, basically, at this stage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be stumbling to my feet and just literally running away from the invisible monster, the thing that's in the mine.
You're
the flaming goo. It's so we
Yeah.
can't see all of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Bob is abandoning his coworker.
You're running. You're running.
Yeah.
We'll
Bob is
come
that
back
kind
to
of
you
guy.
on. We'll come back to you on the running.
Sure.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm also running.
Okay. You start running.
I got a 15.
Yeah. Okay. You scrabble up and you start running up the passageway. Okay. Roll your armor.
Armor? What is armor?
And the vac suit, I believe, gives you a little bonus. Let's have a look on the equipment page. I probably should have noted this down.
Okay. I rolled a 27, so it's under my armor check.
Cool. Roll a D100 for me, please.
All right. I rolled 78.
You're at 78. Okay. So, yeah. Excuse me for a moment. So, yeah, you've rolled a 78. So, what has happened? Yeah, okay. So, as you are running, you don't feel any pain, but you feel a rip in your vac suit, in the back leg of your vac suit, and air begins to start leaking from the vac suit as you start running away. It's like an animal has just nipped the edge of the vac suit. It hasn't got through, but you see on the internal HUD of the vac suit, leakage. It's in your ear. You hear this thing, you hear it in your ear. It's like
leakage. Please ensure that you repair your vacuum. Air will be completed within 4 minutes.
I just keep running, and I notice, and I just yell into the suit comm. Been nicked. Leaking. But
yeah. As you're running up the mine shaft, yelling your head off, right? You see coming the other way, like walking, with a giant laser cutter. Someone in a back suit. Can't see who it is because their face is tinted, but you see someone coming towards you. And as they see you running, they kind of ready their gun, not aiming at you, but like they're readying their gun.
Run! There's a monster in the mine! There's a monster in the mine! I scream as I run up towards
You
the
run,
figure.
you just run past them and
Yeah.
you run past them. And then you start running, you're running your vaccine, and you see this person as you round the corner. And they're just standing there, and you guys both pass them. And everybody roll their speed again.
Oh no, that's grit.
That's a 4. Wow. Okay.
I got
Yeah,
an
you
ant.
guys, you guys are burning rubber. Okay, yeah, you get to the left shaft, right? And are you looking back at all?
Who gets there first?
Oh, you're getting there first.
Yeah, I look back.
You can see him like chugging behind you.
I hit the mine shaft on. You gotta hurry! As I hit the mine shaft on.
All right. Well, I rolled a 4. I keep running.
Yeah, you keep running.
Hurry up, it's going!
Okay, everybody take one final speed test.
Okay.
All right. 17.
69, I feel.
Okay. Good. Okay, you're by the thing. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah, wah. I need to get better with the sound. I gotta get better with the. We did have the.
Bob is the kind of guy.
There we go.
Bob is the kind of guy who hits the elevator shaft on and then says, "You've got to hurry up."
Yeah, so basically,
the doors are closing.
So you basically you get to the elevator and actually you're like thinking about just like I'm gonna leave him in here. I'm gonna leave him.
Yeah, no, like Bob is like, "You've got to hurry up because this elevator's going up like right now, like bang bang, like it's going."
But before you even swing into the elevator, you see Adnan just bolt into the elevator. You see air coming out of his spraying out of the back of his suit. And as you look out round the corner of the mine shaft, you see that back suit, right? That person in the back suit. You see that body fly up and smash against the wall. And as the doors are closing, you see them get up, and then you literally see that body disappear, as if from the top down, suddenly, poof, and it disappears. Like that, you see their boots disappear into the air, almost as if something had swallowed them. And the doors close, and the elevator starts going up.
I look at Adnan and I say, and I kind of go, your suit's leaking.
Yeah. You probably want to get that. You've got like a minute. There is.
How long is the elevator up?
It's 10 minutes.
Can you? Do you have anything to patch this up with?
Take an intel test.
Oh, I don't.
I passed my intel test 32 under 30. But that doesn't matter for me.
I feel at 27. My intellect's 22.
Oh, you
I'm
stand
so
there
dumb.
like you stand there like a lemon.
Yeah.
So I try to think of what to grab, and
basically, what you do is you quickly get a sealing pack that's attached to the. You realize that there's like self-sealing thing. You seal the leak, and then you pull one of the pipes out of the backup pipe out of Bob's vac suit and stick it into your pipe. Like it's a common procedure to share air. There's a backup pipe, and you basically put it in.
There was a moment back there, Varn, where I was in the elevator and I turned around and I locked eyes with you and we both looked at each other and I hit the go up button. Like there was a very conscious moment where I abandoned you to the monster in the mine, and
You guys-
I awkwardly stand there in the in the elevator shaft with
As
you
I
in
steal
silence.
your air.
You guys are like standing in the elevator, like it's very uncomfortable in the elevator now. All you hear is like the sound of the elevator crinkling up, and
that
you have
thing
the
can't climb,
vision.
can it?
Huh? Who knows? You're just sitting there in the elevator, and you were too stressed in the moment. But as you sit there in the silence, both of you take a sanity test.
That's probably fair.
You just saw a body get
It's
devoured.
40. I'm okay.
You're
See,
trying to
I
com-
rolled a 28.
Wow.
Yeah. So you guys don't panic, but you're like, it's like very clearly that as you replay it in your mind, there was something that you couldn't see, but it was definitely some kind of creature or animal, and the way that body disappeared looked like it got swallowed whole. It's like it was almost like you guys like compute it in your mind as if like almost like when you see a snake swallow a mouse. That's what it looked like, with the claws, with the
I think
things.
we
You're
figured
like,
out what happened to Michael.
Well, I'm still not sure. What the hell's going on?
I have no idea what it is, and I know that we can't see it. We only saw it because I shot a flare directly at it, which did seemingly very little.
Look, listen. We got to get out of here, and I don't think we should tell anybody about what we saw.
Bob, I'm going to roll an intelligence check on this to make sure I can justify what I'm saying. And I pass. It's 43. I have an intelligence of 44. Bob, corporate knows about this. We know corporate knows about this.
No, I don't think we should tell anyone in the station about what we saw.
So, well, we're going to explain how we found Michael.
Let's just say let's just say he's missing still. No one even knows we were down there. Let's just leave. Let's just go back to the ship and leave him.
How are we going to report the damages to corporate? You can't even talk to Mimit. Neither can I. We're here for another 24 hours no matter what.
I can pilot the ship.
Which ship? Do you know how to get in the Mimit ship?
We can hail him, can't we? Can't we call him in?
You can try.
you get up to you finally.
I'm
get
not
up.
staying here another night. I'm not staying here another day. I don't give a shit. I'm not staying here. There's a fucking monster down there. I'm not paid for that.
And
I'm gonna die here.
There's light years of void between us and most places, Bob.
You saw that thing. It tore both of them apart.
I'm going to ask you again. Did you piss off the regional manager?
I made one little joke about his wife, okay? Just one. I thought he was okay. It turns out he took offense to it.
Oh dear, the truth comes out about Bob. The truth comes out
Bob.
about
All right,
Bob.
Bob. Well, you don't deserve to be goo because of that. And neither do I. So we have to figure out a way to get off this ship. You can pilot a ship. You didn't tell me you could pilot.
Well, yeah.
You are useful. The elevator music.
Now the elevator works.
Suddenly the music comes on in the elevator. There you go. You get the elevator music.
Do you think
so you
we
get
woke
up
the rest of the mine?
Yeah. So it's still, you've not been down there, like you guys,
No,
I mean,
yeah,
you're
that's right.
asleep. You weren't down there for that long. Let's say you've been down there for like maybe an hour and a half. It's still pretty late at night. You guys, everybody else is asleep because your sleep rhythm is just different from, you're not super tired at the moment. So it's still on the night cycle. So you're up there and it's let's just say it was about 9 o'clock when you went to your room. We're talking now, we're about 2 in the morning, right?
If we take the ship, the head office ship, how are we going to explain that?
How are you even going to get out of the space station without Sonia opening the gates?
We
for
are
you as well?
stuck on this base, Bob.
Let's talk to HR. There you go. Just talk
We
to
are
HR,
stuck
guys.
on this base unless we can break into a ship. But we can't even get out of the docks into the loading bay without waking someone up. I suggest we trank ourselves.
What?
I suggest we trank ourselves so we can sleep. Because if we're going to die in the next 12 hours, we're going to die anyway. And tomorrow we can come up
Bob
with...
Berkeley ain't dying on this goddamn piece of shit rock.
Bob, just calm down. We've both had an incredibly stressful day. Obviously, this is no longer... You're not getting a promotion, Bob, at least not today. So if you want to survive to get that fucking promotion, we have to figure out why we were sent here, what's going on with games in theory, or more importantly, just how we come up with a viable reason why shit isn't working so we can fix it and leave.
Do we hear that?
Yeah, you hear a distant growl.
Faster, fucking elevator, faster. Look, listen, okay? I don't think that anybody knows.
Field check, I think, which I fail.
Take a point of stress.
I feel my
I'm
check
at-
as well. I got a 66.
I'm at 7. God damn it, your heart's about to explode, Bob.
Yeah. So you guys, you finally, the music keeps clicking on and off. Still in that elevator, enjoying the music, and finally, bing, at the top, the door opens. You enter out into the
Scramble out.
workspace. Scramble out into the
I look around
workspace.
and I look and see if there's any like defense kits, marine kits, anything like that in the room.
It's a laser cutter.
There's just a laser cutter. All right. Well,
Oh, we saw how well that worked last time.
laser cutter.
So how do we exit? So how does the exit work then? We'd need somebody inside to like operate the. Is there no like automated like opening close of the airlock?
So if you want to like, in order to depart from the docking bay on your ship, if you want to depart, you need someone to open the docking bay doors, right? And you guys don't have. You would need probably Sonia or a member of the team to open those docking bay.
or I can hack it.
Or you can try and hack it. And,
Let's get the hell out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's abandon this station to their fate. The elevator, is it rope or like how is the?
It's a big metal cage elevator.
You know what?
It's a freight elevator. It's a freight elevator. It's very big. It's for taking miners and equipment.
I go and grab the laser cutter.
Yeah.
And I'm cutting the elevator down.
Do it.
Okay, do it. Yeah. Okay, go for it. So let me think. How would you do it? Yeah. Okay. So you open up. You open up into the elevator, and
I'm standing right outside of it, so I'm not in it.
Yep. Roll your engineering so you can work out or machine.
I
what is it?
roll I can roll engineering actually because there's more
Yeah,
of that.
roll- You want to basically tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you the most efficient.
I'm going to try to, from the outside in, cut through the top of the shaft, through the whole thing, through the ceiling of the elevator, through the main.
You want it to fall down, don't you?
So that it falls down and you can't get back down there.
Okay, so there is a couple of things that you need to be aware of. Right?
Mhm.
As a heavy machinery expert, you know you are messing with an airlock.
Oh
Because
shit, you're right.
Because you're going from the 0G place into things. So I mean, you could try.
No,
But-
I decide. I think about it for a second to decide against it,
Do
then
it.
I'm looking around for anything. You. I'm not telling you what I'm doing, Bob. What you see is you see me look up, grab the thing, look like I'm about to cut it, then think better of it, and then I think, what's explosive?
Explosive.
Oh, you could probably find some mining charges. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you-
I look around for mining chargers.
Yep, you find a mining charge.
Couldn't that take us all with it?
Shush. Okay, I rolled a 22. So I think about my engineering and I'm like, can I put these mining charges in this thing and send it down before it blows up?
No
Yes.
good from orbit.
You can set the. So what you're gonna do then is you're gonna set the timer on them, and then click the elevator and send it down and shut the airlock and time it. You know roughly how long it takes to get down. So you're gonna set a
About 10
timer
minutes,
for
yeah.
10 minutes, and then it's gone. So yeah, that doesn't take long. You get some mining charges. You set the charges, and you put them in the airlock. Are you doing anything while you're doing this, Bob?
No, I'm
You
watching.
see
Like, I'm
him-
watching this.
watching
So
him-
I
know how to-
actually, so here's what I'm doing also. So I do that. I rolled a perfect 0.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Isn't that 100?
That's 100.
Oh, I rolled 100. Oh, that sucks. All right.
That's
you
not a
rolled
0.
100?
Yep.
while managing explosives.
So I get it all set up, and then I go to the computer and try to patch in with hacking so that
Okay.
people can't see what we're doing. That I actually am successful on. I had a 46. So
Okay, so you set the timers.
mhm.
You rolled 100 for that, right?
Yep.
And you set the patches in, right? And yeah, you set everything up. You're watching this. He fiddles with the thing. You see the bombs there, and then the airlock closes. The elevator begins to go down, and then after 2 minutes, boom! You hear an explosion that basically rocks the entire. You hear this huge explosion that rocks the entire station, and both of you take a body check to see how you handle this.
I roll a 5.
Yeah. Okay, you roll 5. So the whole thing shakes, as if it
I feel.
explodes. You fell. You fall on the run. Let me just roll something. Okay, you're in your vac suit. You fall over and take a roll your armor. Roll your armor again. See how you do.
All right. What's the armor? It's a D10 roll.
Yeah. No, D100.
Oh.
You get like a
Yeah.
it's on-
I rolled a 53.
53.
Ooh.
So what's your armor?
35 for her.
35.
Plus 7 for a vac suit, so you don't make it. Yeah, so you don't get injured, but your vac suit helmet cracks, like you fall on the floor, and
Oh no.
the vac suit is damaged, and suddenly there's just basically this huge explosion in the building, and you just hear like the lights start flashing, and
The
the
airlock.
whole-
We gotta open the airlock.
yeah, it's going. How about I stop this? There we go. So you hear this huge, you hear this huge explosion, and basically suddenly over the intercom,
Right. Structural integrity failing. Structural integrity failing. Structural integrity failing. So
yeah.
Oh shit.
So there's basically the whole station starts shaking, and I think this would be a good place to leave it for the evening.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh boy. I just blew up the air station.
You
All
just
right.
blew up. Well, guys, that was gaming materialists having a crack at playing Mothership. Hopefully, we can play some more in the future and have a second part to this because
Man.
We aren't dead yet.
you aren't
No,
dead.
we're not.
Not yet. It could be a very short game session though. Since you just blew up the mine shaft and there's some problems ahead. But
Every
is
day is a chance to be better.
every day is a chance to be better, but it is probably way past Discourse's bedtime as she is on the civilized side of the Atlantic Ocean.
I had a ton of fun. I thought that was a really fun game. I
Yeah,
really
that is
enjoyed that.
that is
Yeah.
stupid fun actually, and very easy
Yeah.
to play.
It's I
Yeah.
mean that's what I love about Mothership is that I feel we'll have a little time to debrief, I guess, and get what chat thinks about it. But I like the game because there's enough mechanics to make it feel like I've got some mechanics to use, but you're just rolling D100s, you're collecting stress, and it's like super easy. Like
It took us 5 minutes to roll up our characters. Not even that, really. Like it was super easy for those of you who we didn't share that on the beginning. So
Yeah, like moments. It really was very easy.
yeah, if you've made some other OSR games, some of them can take you hours to roll
Yeah.
up a
hours and
character.
hours and hours. Yeah, Mothership is relatively simple. I think that's the success of it. Literally, your character sheet is it's a flow chart that you don't have to roll much for. You just roll up your stats. For people who are interested in the game, you can actually get a free copy of the rules from Tuesday Night Games website. I've actually put that in the link at the bottom. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can find a link to Tuesday Night Games and their game. They've been running a Kickstarter. I believe I got on the Kickstarter in the end, and I believe you
Me
went
too.
on the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I have the
Kickstarter. So they
box
have it,
coming.
but they keep their games. Their game is free to learn and play. So if you're interested in trying it out, I recommend it really, really heavily because it's great for
I'm sad I
new.
missed it. Like because it's a very
You
very
can still
playable
get on
game.
it.
Yeah, very playable game, and also the setting is great. Like I love the kind of corporate alien
Yeah.
style space horror vibe.
Yeah, corporate
It's rarely
alien,
done. Yeah.
Plus, it is basically if you took Modiphius's alien game and you took Call of Cthulhu, but you also
Mhm.
made the mechanics really simple.
Yeah.
like it's kind of what it is.
To be honest, I usually play Call of Cthulhu 9 times out of 10. It's just like roll D100 and see what happens.
Yeah, it is.
For the
It's just
mechanics of it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
At least this game embraces that. So I had a ton of fun.
Yeah, and
Plus, when else do you get an opportunity to play a slimy corporate like suck up?
Yeah.
That was
when else?
it's a great system, and as I say, a lot of people will be looking for new role-play games given the current scandal going on with Wizards of the Coast Hasbro. And Tuesday Night Game doesn't own they're a small
Yep,
a
and they're not
company.
affected by the open license at all. Like,
At all. And they have a pretty nice Discord and community that you can join who give you advice. I got some help from people from their community. I looked on their Discord to get some ideas because I'm running one of their modules, which is this. Oh,
yeah, there's so many modules for them that people just churn them out now too. Like both by Tuesday Night Games and by like I just looked on Kickstarter and looked up Mothership, and there's like 20 modules. So
Was this a module, or did you make this up? Did you?
No, this is one of their modules. They do leaflet modules, which are basically.
I love that.
Yeah. It's a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of stuff which you have to prepare as a GM. You have to think of yourself to do, but they provide like a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, they also provided some like cassettes, some sound recordings, but I couldn't get them to work on my computer. Unfortunately, I am not used to running games online, but hopefully I can get a little bit better at it if I get a bit more practice. And I actually ran this with Deep State Kuba and Summer and some of his Deep State friends the other day. So I had a little bit of practice in to see what worked and what didn't. But
so how realistic did the Deep Staters find it? No, I'm kidding.
The Deep State people were busy trying to siphon off fuel from their spaceship to steal from the corporation. And basically,
of course they were.
The Chinese mathematician, data analyst guy, basically spent all his time trying to maths the problems. So it was a kind of really interesting game to play because they were all like, "Okay, I'm going to just get into the computer and do this." And Deep State
not as worried about customer satisfaction.
Not as much as no. So it was a good fun team. So I hope we can do this. I know we're all very busy, and Discourse has her new role-playing news advice channel,
which started just at the right time, apparently.
Yeah, at the very right moment, it seems. Wow.
I mean, after the last two supplements have been unfinished, basically. Like, anyway, this is what we talk about. We should save this for an episode of either Game Materialists, but yeah.
Well, yeah, we should hook up a time where we can all fit it all in, so we can talk about this OG open gaming license. It is very much in our wheelhouse to discuss where we can rage against the corporation. And yeah, when people are free, fortunately for everybody this semester, I am less busy than I have been in the past, and I have a little bit of time off. So yeah, as soon as we can arrange things with everybody's busy schedules, we shall hopefully be able to conclude this exciting adventure.
We need to get this finished because I had a ton of fun, and I want to see if Bob lives. I want Bob to live.
Well, so everybody, keep your eyes out. We may have to do this at any regular time whenever everybody is free because of the time zone things. But we'll try and hook it up, and I'll tweet it out on Twitter and stuff like that. So people, if you enjoyed this kind of content, leave us a comment and give us some feedback. If you want to watch us bumble around playing RPGs, I know we're not Critical Role, but as I said on Twitter, Critical Role is to role play what pornography is to sexual intercourse. It is not real, right? But
this is the raw stuff,
This is the raw. This is amateur hour.
Yeah, Gonzo
role
play. Yeah,
but hopefully I'll be able to get my technology working a little bit better. And with that, anybody want to plug anything before we leave?
No, just check out my channel, Dungeons and Discourse. It's set up if you're interested in Wizards of the Coast madness and tabletop role-playing stuff.
Yeah, and follow us here for more gaming materialists at either VarnVlog or on This Is Revolution, usually on Wednesdays. But now you never know what weekends we may just pop up and be playing
and play a game. And with that, comrades, we are